live from Self Love Lounge. Yeah. My partner Dre. Give me the beat. You talk to him. Look. Now as I stand here on my feet, I ask myself, do history repeat? I know it do, but this is deep. From the slaves to the streets, from the cotton to the concrete, you give me Willie Lynch vibes. From that white man you hide, but you would kill me for my fucking ride. That's that envy you can't hide. That's that meet me outside, can let it go cause of your fucking pride. Back in the day, they take two field slaves, turn them against each other, something like the Django days. Whichever one was still alive, that's the one that went. The dead slave, he was gone, you won't see him again. And nowadays, they take two rap niggas, start beef, move out the way, then clap niggas. You better know your weapon good if you aim in sight. And if you kill a kid by accident, you die tonight. You niggas so tough and Zimmerman is still around, but you will pay a couple K to knock your brother down. You think that God and evil fake? Until you die and reawaken, your soul done made it through them gates of hell, they await you. And everything you ever feared, that's that shit that's gonna take you. And all them demons that you claim, then took the sane out your brain. Now it's time for you to feel the flames. You see them demons like the streets. You can praise them all you want, but in the end you meet defeat. Open your eyes to the truth. But most of y'all can't do that cause them lies be just as fake as you. Been spitting facts all my life. Your brain gotta watch for bullets, but your back you gotta watch for knives. Fuck nigga, you need to listen. I'm competing with the old me. You look at me as competition. I never thought I'd see the day when I would get off on this microphone and say this shit I'm about to say. But hey, it need to be said and they like, damn right. Got on my knees, prayed to God just the other night. Help me win the fight against my own kind. And if Black Lives Matter, niggas colorblind. They in denial when they hate it when you speaking facts. But a race war ain't the reason why I got the strap. Don't get it fucked up, cause anyone can feel the shell. But not just anyone gonna kill me for my clientele. Folks be seeking all these questions but don't want the answers. The last time we stuck together was the Black Panthers. But since then, it's a block for a block. They get on TikTok and make a song about a dead op. To be a rapper now you need a bulletproof whip. No other genre like this. Now ain't this some shit? You ignorant, get on the gram, you don't think twice. And make a joke about him fighting for his fucking life. So many of them throw rocks, then they hide their hands. But this reality, not Meta or the Central Land.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. I'm gonna talk about it. But do me a favor, hit that like button for me. And if you're new, hit that subscribe. It's free to you, but it means a lot to me. All right, let me get some context to the conversation real quick. I'm gonna build a little bit, then I'll drop the link because this is just my perspective, and I feel like this is a huge issue with people actually coming together and building something because we need our elders for guidance and wisdom. You know, we need them. It's always been like that. I believe that's the way, life is designed. So we got to fix this issue because the disconnection between the elders, the youngers, even the elders in the middle generation, is a huge disconnect. And that got to be fixed. Because if it don't, situations we have now will get worse. So, giving a little context, I grew up with older people. My grandmother raised me till I was 9, so I got a lot of those old values instilled in me. She was from the South. She'd been through, civil rights movement. I'm talking about like old school Southern values. Like I listen to the elders. I respect them if they right or wrong. I respect them enough to walk away. That's just how I am. I'm not saying that's the way because we know it's not, but that's how I am. So, growing up and even now, when I reach out to my mentors, my dad, my mom, I'm able to go to them for guidance, for wisdom, even if they don't know something about the subject. a lot of times just their simple life experience, they encounter what I'm talking about, and they can give me a different perspective, and I can gain better clarity, even if it's something they haven't studied. That to me, that's what I'm used to. That's what an elder is to me. Someone I can go to for wisdom and guidance. So I never understood why like this generation is so nasty towards the older people. I never understood it because I was in a bubble. You know, when I came out that bubble, I got a better understanding because see, in my bubble, the elders not only demand respect, but the reason they demand it is because they give it. You know, I think that's one of the big problems is the respect factor. You know, because let's face it, let's just be honest. Just because you old don't make you an elder. Just because you made it to an age don't mean you know more. Don't mean you did it the right way. That's just fact. So everyone, elder is a title. You know, that's appointed. It's not self appointed. You know, that's something that's like a lifestyle. You know, and I asked my one of my mentors, and I asked my mother, "What up, Tonya?" And I asked my mother, I said, why is it that you know you show me the amount of respect that you do being older? Because a lot of times, personal experience, because people think they're older, they automatically think that they're entitled to a lot of different things. You know, I've heard people say, "You can't tell me something because I'm older than you." Like that don't mean you age doesn't garner wisdom. Just because you get older don't mean you're wiser. Doesn't mean you're knowledgeable. Again, that's what I'm saying. It's the actions. You know, everyone ain't built to be a leader. Everyone ain't built to be an elder. You know, that's just what it is. But even as an older person, it's still things you have to do to properly. What up, Cat Daddy? It's things that you still properly have to do to effectively communicate. Especially think about this, you're older. It's your turn to relax and guide. But how you gonna do that if you talking down to the younger generation? You know, I'm used me personally, I'm used to the level of respect that I give other people. You know, um, that's what I'm used to. That's what I demand in real life. If you can't give me that, I don't deal with you. I really don't. There's no purpose because it's gonna be conflict because I'm not gonna take nothing from nobody. I shouldn't have to. I'm not doing it to you because I don't want it done to me. Every religion or spiritual concept has that concept. Adopt that ideology. Treat others as you want to be treated. So if I'm doing that and I'm showing you, what up, Nate? And I'm showing you a high level of respect, that's because I demanded it. And by me giving it to you, I believe I earned it. You know, and I'm not talking to the elders. I'm really not. I'm talking to older people in general because I know my elders and the people I encounter that I revere as an elder. They generally, if anything, do that. You know, just have a level of respect. But another thing too is understanding and wisdom. That's where wisdom comes from. Is being able to understand. And for those who know, we can talk about the levels of that understanding and overstanding. Understanding is just a process. That's a level of the way we break things down. And most people only understand the first concept of understanding. So if I'm gonna properly communicate with somebody, right? This is just from personal experience with my elder. You know, I can talk to them. We can they always tell me, everyone older than me, um, always said this in different ways, but this is what they said, basically what they always told me. Conflict brings clarity. And the way my mother explained it to me was like this. If you have a conflict with somebody, that's when you know if they're for you or not. Because if you can resolve it, talk it out, then you know they're for you. But if you argue and fight, then you know they're not. So don't run away from it. Engage in it. But you do what you're supposed to do. You do the right thing. You try to resolve it. She always told me it was easier to fight than to talk. But then she told me the difference. One is strength, one is power. You can flex your strength, but can you hold power? And this is, a lot of people say, a form of humility. What up, Ryder? People say that's a form of humility. To know power is to be humble. So that's just my understanding of an elder. You know, someone who I can go to, ask for advice and guidance, someone who can properly communicate. If me and you having a conversation, right? I say like with my dad. A lot of times, me and my dad have a conversation, and we from two different ages. We have two different lingos. We talk different, you know. But even if it's confusion, we both ask for clarity. We don't assume. I would never. I'm very cautious when I assume. And yes, because the first three letters is ASS. Because a lot of times when you assume, you make an ass of yourself. So I use that as a last resort. You know, I try to figure it out. And the way you figure things out is ask questions. But if you're having a conversation with somebody and you can't ask a question because they're older than you, I can't gain clarity. Just as a man in general, I should be able to have my own opinion, right? As a man. And my elders in my personal life, they nurture, you know, they nurture the masculinity. They challenge me to think. But I'm saying nurture for a reason because I am their replacement. That's what they're grooming me to do. So to do that properly, break you can't break me down. You got to build me up. But that's another one of the disconnects. You know, a lot of times older people go at younger people. And we can say vice versa, but I'm just speaking on the fact that because of their age, like I said, the entitlement, because you reached a certain age, this is the thing. And this is just flat what it is. We need each other. We need the elders' mind. They need our youth and our strength. Together we complement each other. That's a force. That's a fist. That's the problem. We keep being fingers. We don't come together like a fist. We find ways to separate. We take opportunities. What up, realists? Is even opportunities to listen. Think about this. I don't know if I'm the only one to do this, but when conflict happens, I used to get excited because when I was younger, you know, I used to, okay, when I felt that adrenaline, I used to break the situation down. I say it like that. And I got excited. Now, when it happens, I get excited because it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to put my humility, to show it, to display it, my patience, everything that I preach, it gives me the opportunity. So I get excited because I get to see how how much I've grown, and I also get to see how further I have to go, even with this conversation. But that's the thing I learned from my elders. Like, we think gracefulness is just for females or something. No. Like, shout out to Kalani Management. He had a show today, and the title was "Are You Smooth with Your Moves?" That's a form of grace, being smooth. We had a good conversation. If y'all ain't checked that out, go check out Kalani's page. Um, he had a good build today with that. But it's about, like I said, power. Knowing I can do something and don't do it. Self-control, discipline. I get to display all these things. And it's a test. Because shit, I'm gonna be real with you. We human too. And when situations arise, um, it just helped me become, me being aware and being able to see it as an opportunity. But a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people take chances to throw shots, misinterpretation or something. Especially like we on the internet texting, anything could be misinterpreted. I used to just think it was the younger people that were sensitive. It's a lot of the older people too. We so quick to get into our emotion and go into defense mode. This is why, me personally, this is why I talk about the black benefit of the doubt, black supremacy. And when you get into it, having words with somebody, this is the opportunity to practice that. It gave me the opportunity. What up, though, E? And I appreciate it. But see, I'm me. Everybody ain't like me. Everybody ain't gonna walk away. Everybody ain't gonna take something because you old. Everybody, they just not gonna do it. And we see, and we see in society today, anybody can get it. They knock old people over their head all the time. And now I'm wondering, is it because you saying something, or is they just on demon time, or is it a mixture of both? Is this the condition? Me personally, I'm always respect the OGs. Always. I'm just built a certain way. But what I'm telling you is I understand. And once you understand, there ain't no such thing as right and wrong. It just exists. So you find a solution for it, or you leave the shit alone. That's what I do. Once I come to an understanding of something, it's no good or bad to it. It's there. So either I find a way to tolerate it, or I get away from it. But like I said, that's me. These younger generation, they're not going for all that no more. They want to be heard. They want to be respected also. And what's wrong with listening? When you listen, you can hear. And if you need to tweak or make any changes to it, that's what you can do. But if you just dismiss something because somebody young, that's crazy. And it's like you putting yourself on that pedestal. At any point in time, my mama just told me this. My OG just told me, and my OG decorated. I'm not gonna brag about her. I don't got to. But my OG decorated, and she told me, "You ain't never too old to learn something new." She said she learned different things. What up, though? Nah, leave Eve alone. That's big sis. That's that's VIP. Well, what up, though? But yeah. So that's what my OG told me. So I'm like I said, we came from a bubble. We came from tradition. We got culture. Like I know, and I understand that there ain't nobody fault to a certain point because we're in an information age. You can go figure it out. But I came from a bubble, so I've seen things differently. But now I see it for what it is, and I'm just throwing out some suggestions, to the older folks. Show some respect and listen. That's how we build anyway. That's how we solve problems. That's how we fix issues. We have to respect each other enough to listen, get clarity. What up, David? At Michigan University. Damn, I wonder if my sister know about that. She graduated from Michigan. But she at the crib though. She don't go there no more. But yeah, I'm gonna hit her up about that. But I'm gonna drop the link. And like I said, I'm just giving some suggestions. I ain't telling nobody what to do. I'm just giving a suggestion. That's it. Simple. And like I said, my intent is pure. Like it is what it is. Like you don't have to worry. Like when I'm talking, you don't have to worry about if I'm throwing subliminal shots or nothing like that. Because I'm not. I talk about behavior. That's it. I don't care what nobody really do. They go do what they want to do. But if I got an understanding of it and can give clarity to it, that's what I try to do. A lot of this stuff I know because I do. I used to do it. But yeah, I just think it'll be easier to communicate with the younger generation if older people begin to listen and stop and be respectful. I mean, that sums it up. If we building together, the foundation of a relationship is respect. Because with respect, you'll be able to agree to disagree. You'll be able to be humble enough to receive and give constructive criticism to build one another. If respect is there, if it ain't no respect, then it is what it is. Somebody gonna take something wrong, and it's gonna be a conflict. That's all it's gonna be. And it's sad that the older people, they should know this. The older people should know this. And that's why I say a lot of older people, like I said, I'm not talking to the elders because the elders get this. The elders embrace their role. They want to nurture and inform the younger people. They want to do that. They want to give them clarity. It's not just, but see a lot of older people are displaying traits of the younger people too. The oversensitivity, the lack of patience. There's a lot of traits that the older generation is displaying that the younger generation displaying. And at that point, I don't think it's a generation problem. I think it's just a people problem. It used to be differences in between generations, but now it's not. They all displaying. I mean, like I said, we used to be able to look up. What up, Nate?
What's going on, bro?
Chilling, bro. I wanted to build on what you was talking about earlier because I thought that was powerful, and I think that's a a big problem with when we say coming together, because we can't get even if we come together, we still have an internal conflict because we got the like minds, but we still got the conflict between the older generation and the younger generation. Cat Daddy, appreciate you, bro.
Yo, see, I'll be honest with you right now, bro. Part of that problem will and always will be the fact that everybody thinks that because they might have the knowledge that puts them above somebody. Look, you might have knowledge, I might have some damn knowledge. If we come into almost the same conclusion and the same road, shouldn't be no problems, even if we have differences of views and opinions of how we got there. The main part is supposed to be just building. But see, this is the problem too. Some of the elder folks, it's like some of the younger folks, want to disregard each other. You can't disregard each other if y'all supposed to be building together and sharing that knowledge.
Right.
That's why I said, when you were elder, you earned that title. Not no it's given to you, no, it's earned because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as an elder in the community. Some people feel because you got some gray follicles or because whatever. No, but that's the truth though, bro. That's men and women, son. I had to check maybe one or two old heads in my lifetime as far as real time. Other than that, was everybody that I came across, then come here, youngin', let me holler at you real quick. They ain't never say, no, let me school you, youngin'. Let me just give you a bit of advice, youngin'. All right, what's going on, man? And they would say some shit. Yeah, I can call you an elder because you just gave me something that I probably didn't know that probably might be able to help me at some point in life.
Right.
But if you're going to sit here and just run around like a child and do, yo, man, you gotta get out here and do this, that, and the third, and this is how you want to be, nigga, you got to be like us. No, nigga, then you ain't the right type of elder. You're not even an elder. You're still a child in the mind. So we can't follow that.
Cat Daddy, what up, brother? I appreciate you coming up here.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, wonderful. Appreciate you again coming up.
What's up, Nate?
What's going on, bro?
Not much. What's going on in the chat? Salute to y'all. Hey, man, you said something that made me press that button and come up here. And it's about people embracing the role of getting older and growing older, and serving the purpose that comes with that.
Yeah.
Like say now you got people that should be the elders acting worse or younger than the youngsters.
Yeah.
And that and I don't know if that's just from a fear of old age or whatever it is, but I know, like me myself, even to this day, I sit around and I'm like, man, I can't wait to be the old school cat. You know what I'm saying? That cool cat that can lace anybody up and get laced up. You know what I'm saying? Just drop game on anybody.
Right.
Yeah, well, I've been that way since I was a kid. Like, man, I can't wait to be that cool ass old school.
And now, like, cause just rapping with my uncle, he told me like this is what we're grooming you for. So like I'm just saying, in my bubble, in my circle, in my dot, really, this is a way of life, to me. So that's how I look at it. But I see it's not looked upon like that. And I appreciate you, Cat Daddy, because you say you can't wait to get into it. I that's how I look at you. I appreciate you because just the information and the way you build. That's what we need. We need examples. That's what me as a younger dude look for when I look at older people. I'm looking for that example. Okay, I'm approaching this. I need to see something so I'm familiar with it and I can model it until I can figure it out. Until I can take my training wheels off and do it my way. That's how I look at things.
Right. Like during my time in the service, when I was a leader in the service, that's what I would tell all of my soldiers is, look, I'm only going to do this for a few more years. And after that, you got to take my spot. So let me give you everything I can so that when I do leave, I know that I'm leaving this in good, competent, capable hands.
And see, if we building too, that's what we need, right? We need not the older, but the elders to guide us. The soldiers, we the soldiers. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't. We the ones that's supposed to be out there fighting, and y'all the ones supposed to be out there guiding us. Y'all did y'all fight. Now it's time for y'all to sit back and guide us. That's how my tribe did it. So, like, a lot of this is like I said, when I was on the outside looking in, it was like I'm thinking the problem lied in just the young, but it's not. It's both.
I don't know, and I guess if you try to troubleshoot it, to kind of get to the root cause of the problems, it's a lot of roots. You know what I'm saying? A lot of root causes to this, failure to communicate between the generations. And some of it's just the way the generations themselves were brought up. Like for instance, with me, when I was brought up, you know, anybody older than you, anybody in my parents' generation or older was an elder. I don't care. And and I would get the brakes beat off of me if I disrespected somebody. Regardless if that person came to me incorrect or not.
Yep.
And so, I guess that kind of just taught me that, if somebody's older than me or an elder is coming to me and they telling me the wrong things, that doesn't mean I have to respond. I can still say yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and keep my own mind and go on about my business.
Yeah. And see, that's how I came up. But like I said, this new generation ain't nothing like that. Like, I can do it. I can sit here and talk about doing it. But that's just the reality is that the younger generation ain't like that no more. So anytime things change like that, we have to adapt, and that's what we're failing to do.
And I guess it means it's up to like the older generation and the younger generation to find some way to reestablish the trust.
Yeah,
You got to be able to trust that old school. If you say, "Hey, youngster, come here, let me holler at you." You know what I mean? Because back in the day, you know, you could be pretty safe. Feel pretty confident that if somebody was pulling you to the side to, get in your ear, what I'm saying, wasn't no harm or anything coming with it. And I guess just it's part of this chaotic world that we're living in now. A lot of structures are breaking down.
yeah, a lot
Too
of
many, too many agendas being pushed. Number one. Then again, you got, like I said, it's a miscommunication only amongst the elders and the youngins because there's a lot of different things doing it. Like I said, you got social media. That's number one. Because if I ain't gotta fucking do as much for you, nigga, I can just put you in front of a computer and let you learn something, or let the computer learn you. Like I said, it's sad because think about it. You got kids that know how to work an iPhone that's not even 3 years old, and you got older folks that don't even know how to work a flip phone to a degree. So it's like it's always going to be something along these lines, man. And then with
Right.
the agendas being pushed too, you got some of these parents and some of these elders who are going with the fucking shit. Like I
yeah,
said, you're gonna sit here and try to say, oh, they could transition if they. How the hell do you, nigga? You got parents, you got grandparents. The fuck, the life cycle is supposed to keep going regardless of how you feel about it. But if you wanted to look, you want to do what you want to do, that's different. But when they young, you're supposed to really be guiding them. Really are supposed to be guiding them because some of these kids do be confused in life. They don't know which way they really want to go. And if you steering them the wrong direction, and you're not, and the ones that can steer them in the right direction is just sitting there and allowing it to happen, what you expect? There should be no disconnect when it comes to giving each other not just love but information. It goes a long way.
Well, you know, man, sometimes it's just people are afraid of information because they say, you know, when you know better, you do better. And that means, you know, change your habits. And, you know, you may have to defer your happiness in order to do what you need to do. You know, and a lot of folks just aren't willing to, you know what I'm saying, to make that sacrifice.
Well,
You-
you're gonna have to make it at some point because guess what? When the ball is turning and now it's a point where everybody has to stand up, what you still not gonna fight?
you-
Problem now. This is another reason why there's always gonna be a disconnect. And what you just said was truth too, and I had also spoke on that. When you got elders moving wacky and then the kids and the youngins nowadays, I don't think some of that is some of that could be how do you say it, not even a midlife crisis. Some of it is just they really still trying to be in tune, like, yeah, I can do this forever. That's because they ain't mentally grow up. And just because you might be again in age and have gray follicles, that don't mean you an elder. Because if
right.
you're doing elderly duties, if you're not really trying to set the bar for the youth under you, you ain't saying nothing. I don't care if you sit there and have 20 talks with niggas. If you're not actually on the forefront really trying to show the people what it is, then you ain't saying shit.
Chris,
Man,
what up?
that reminded me of a Andre 3000 verse, man. In that song, Rick Ross is 16. When Andre Three Stacks say, when he's like, she's yelling, selling's a sin. Well, so is telling young men that selling is a sin if you can't offer new ways to win. You
Yeah.
know, like we tell kids that's wrong, don't do that, don't do that. But then we can't offer a better solution. You know,
Yes.
that kind of goes back to that constructive criticism that the word was talking about.
Yeah, some people don't know how to take it. Yo, Chris, salute. I ain't. And some people don't know how to take it. And see, this the thing. It's never no age that you can't be sat down and taught something at least, because you're still learning something until you close your eyes.
But a lot of people don't know how to give constructive criticism either.
Yeah.
It's more criticism than it is construct.
And you know what, Cat Daddy? You know, like just a personal belief of mine, the way I operate. I don't give criticism unless I can replace it with something. You know, just like you just said, that's how I live. Like, there's no point in me telling somebody they're doing something wrong if I can't tell them how to do it right. And a lot of times I even gauge because I feel sometimes people learn through experience. So, like I said, I even gauge when I tell, offer advice. I'm not even gonna say tell because that's all you can do is offer. You can lead the water to the horse, but you can't make it drink it. So, um, and that's just the way I operate because how you gonna take something from somebody without replacing it? Because
Right.
when things get difficult, people like to get comfortable and they go back to their old ways anyway. So if you ain't offering a person a better way, what you think gonna happen?
I don't know, but you know what it is too, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. See, like I was telling somebody earlier, the same thing. I said,
Too,
look,
Chris.
I said it is not about superiority to a degree. It's not supposed to be about that. We all supposed to be recycling and holding each other not just accountable, but we supposed to be holding each other strong regardless because as a community, you're gonna have to encounter certain things, and one person or a small group of people not always gonna be able to combat everything. Again, some of y'all elders will be the ones that sit here and say, "Oh, these youngins are moving foul, and they need to stop doing this, that, and third." But then some of y'all won't do anything along the sorts of trying to help out a situation. If you are a citizen, right, or how you want to call it, senior, you are a citizen. You ain't in the streets. If you know certain shit is wrong and you know certain shit is going down, you supposed to still uphold. Now you're supposed to uphold that. You are supposed to fucking make the right decision. The right decision would be, okay, I just did this. now I feel a little bit better. I feel a little safer. That's just like if you know your neighbor's a murderer, you think you're gonna fucking keep quiet? Or do you want to feel at least a little safer, regardless to what? You ain't in the streets. You know, like, come on. There's certain things that y'all sit there and watch day in and day out, and you won't really try to. Let me correct this real quick, man. Let me just hop in the middle of this shit right here, because this seems like it's about to get crazy. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's not even about common decency and morals no more. I go down to everybody, even down to the people that's quote unquote in these industries that supposed to be the old heads in the industry. Y'all not even moving right. Some of y'all still moving like kids, and you trying to still portray an image. Like, that image is only gonna get you but so far.
Kenny, what up, though? Appreciate you coming through. I ain't even know you was in here, bro.
Well, you know, that's what I'm saying. All in all, it don't make sense, because some people you could get through to them, and some people you could actually build somewhat of a rapport and a bond with. But again, y'all can't disregard each other. Again, y'all both are gonna need each other regardless. That's the sad part about it.
Hey, Cat Daddy, what you think about this, bro? I feel like, you know, I try to lead by example, right? So the people under me can have something to gauge, you know, something to, I ain't even gonna say inspire to, but yeah, you know, give them something that look cool and, you know, make them want to do it. But who's supposed to inspire me? Ain't it supposed to be the elders, the OGs? Like you said, when you was coming up, you was like, I want to be that, you know? And that's how I feel. But it's like the examples that we have is like limited.
I'd say, you know, everything you're doing now is preparing for that moment. You know what I mean? The way you move, the way you carry yourself, you're being watched. And as your children get older, you know what I mean? Their friends and the people they move around are going to see how you move and compare it to the people around them. You know, because it happened, you know, it's happened to me just randomly a few times where, you know, I had a job and I was working with grown men. And, you know, we used to get in the work truck every day and go back and forth to work and everything and to do these jobs. And I had a 25-year-old man just out of nowhere tell me that I had become a father figure to him, and I didn't even know it. You know, and it was just all based on the way I moved and the way I carried myself.
Yeah.
And so
And
it's
if it's
just,
not that,
you know,
sometimes you could be an uncle. Maybe be the uncle figure. Like, yo, you know what, Uncle, I like you, bro. You do what you got to do.
exactly, man. People, you know, they say real recognize real or whatever, but you know, people can see the authentic. You know, people recognize that, and especially the folks that need it, they'll gravitate toward it.
Dubs, what's up, my boy?
But I also noticed that whenever I try to force it, it don't go so smooth.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of times you can't help people unless they ask, you know, to help, you know, ask for help.
Yeah. In other
And then
words, you can't help people that don't want to help themselves neither. That's another thing you can't forget neither.
Right.
I can give you all the best information, but it's up to you to take it.
Right. So you just got to be prepared for that moment, man, and just keep, you know, stay on the path you're on, bro, because, you know, there's nothing but, you know, growth, not only for you, but those around you and anybody that's blessed to come within your radius.
I appreciate that, and I hope to do a lot more building with you because, like, I think this was a great conversation because just the way we approached it, and I like to set examples even on this page. You know, I like to, you know, Nate has inspired me to do what people, you know, think can be done, And a lot of times, just having conversations like this, where the young generation can give our insight and the older generation give their insight, and then we can bring it together and start looking for solutions. I don't see that done enough, you know. So I think this is fire, and I appreciate you, Cat Daddy.
Oh, you're welcome, man. I appreciate you too, man. Hey, can I branch off real quick? Just something else.
Yeah. We building. I get you up here. Please speak.
What do you know about what do y'all know about competency checklist?
I'm familiar with it.
All right, so you know what I'm talking about, right? So
Yeah.
I've worked in a few organizations where, we've got audited by outside organizations or entities. And the whole audit is based, on a set of competencies. And so I was, just sitting around thinking one day about, like a competency checklist for our children. You
Mm,
know, by the age of 5, they should be able to do this, this, and that. By the age of 6, 7, 8, when they get this old, they should be able to change oil in a car or change a tire, just all these other things that inspire confidence within themselves.
and see,
I'm trying to work on something like that within my own house.
that's dope because just the other day I was talking about having some kind of code or standard, and I was talking about just for the community, but that right there is fire because that's something that can be put together, you know, and then can be distributed. And
Right. Because
it
I
can
mean,
set. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and it's not new. I mean, organizations do it everywhere. It's just a checklist of stuff you should be familiar with or proficient with before you advance to the next level. Like my son, we're about to start the Boy Scouts, and I mean, it's basically what it is a big book of competencies. You know what I mean?
It's
When I was in the Army, the whole military is based off of that.
working in the hospitals based off that. Yeah, Jaco come through every year,
Yeah.
twice a
Yep.
year,
I'm
and
familiar. I'm familiar with that, man.
you
With the
know,
Joint
so
Commission, Joint
yeah, so
Commission. Yeah.
when you said that, that's why I laughed. Like, yeah, I'm familiar with it because I was in the anesthesia department around all them drugs, and they come in, boy, they be on our head. They coming tomorrow, do this, do that, do that. And I'm like, oh man, and they give us the checklist, and we got to go through. And it's like, man, we don't do none of this on a regular basis. So why? That's how I used to be thinking, but that's why I laughed when you said that. But that's something like I'm probably sure a lot of people don't do in their home. So like I said, if we building a community and trying to create a standard or a code, that's something small we can start with. And the small victories give you confidence to go for the
Right.
bigger things. So if we can establish some simple like that, that's effective, and helpful to the youth because that's the future, right? This is
Right.
what they're attacking. So why not have a proper defense? We talk
Right.
about it, but what are we actively doing? Ryder got she got a petition going around. You know, what you just said. I mean, that's something that can be put in every home, and that's elevating and it is encouraging and inspiring the parents to push for more excellence from their kids. That's
Well,
something
because
that.
oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, I was saying that was something that was done when I was younger, but I digress. That's on you.
Right. Because and that's one of the biggest discrepancies or issues you hear, kind of sort is that they get it in school, but what's being done in the home? You got grown adults out here that don't know how to fold clothes or iron or all these cook, just all these tasks that when it comes to living and a way of life, kind of should be standard across the board.
Yeah,
That
and
way
that's
when they are 18, and they're ready to leave the house, they have a minimum standard at least of, hey, you can do this, how to manage your money, how to just the basic thing that any adult needs to survive out here and to live and to thrive.
excuse me for 1 second. Hey, Ryder, do me a favor. Put your link in the chat, Hey, make sure y'all share your links, but y'all go check out Ryder page and make sure it's free to support. It don't cost nothing to sign the petition. The petition is simply just to put cameras in the school system. So please check that out. And like I said, it's free. It ain't gonna hurt you. It only can help a kid. But my bad. Go ahead, Craig. What up, brother?
You good, man? I'm passing the mic.
Oh no, it was. I just wanted to make sure Ryder get her link in the chat. But Nate, where do you think we start? Where do you think we start? Because we got to fix this issue, bro. And I feel like our age range is the bridge, between the youth and the older, the elders, the older people. So that's why I always look for a solution, because I can understand both sides. I'm going into one, coming out the other one. I'm in the middle. So that's why I try to be the bridge anyway.
Word, you what? Did I hear you say you what? 38?
Yeah.
See, I'm 45, about to hit 46, so I'm not too far in front of you.
But see, you embody what an elder is supposed to be. That's the thing. So, that's why, I consider you the OG.
I appreciate that, but you carry yourself like one too, man. So, from the context of this conversation, being an elder is not necessarily limited to age. You know what I'm saying? You could be an elder to someone, you know what I mean? Like it's 20-year-olds out there. I mean, you're old enough to be, some of these folks' parents.
Yeah.
And I think that qualifies you as an elder.
I appreciate that.
If you'd have got busy at 18, man, you would have you know what I'm saying? A 20-year-old youngin out there. So
I waited.
I think that qualifies you.
I waited till I was 36. I didn't. I waited. I learned too much. I seen too much. Like, no, I got to find the right person. Everything had to be perfect.
Right.
Because I wasn't playing that. But yeah. But see, I didn't. Just from the information, and the conversation, it felt familiar. That's why, I considered you, an elder. I didn't even know how old you were, but it was familiar. It felt like I was talking to my people. The respect level, the ability to compare and contrast, all that felt familiar, and it felt like, okay, this is how it's supposed to go. But then you encounter other people, and it don't go that way. And first thing I do is analyze, and I can't do that. Like me personally, if I get emotional, I'm gonna fly off the top. So I automatically go into a reserve mode now. When I feel that, and I analyze the situation, and I try to see if I can resolve it. And once I see there's no resolution, I just back out, because one, I don't want to burn no bridges. It's not that serious to really get in conflict with nobody for difference of opinions. It's no point. So I back out, and then I analyze it and see what I did wrong. If I could have did something different, I do a self-evaluation, and then after that, I determine if the situation is if I can resolve it, or if I just walk away from it.
Right.
Make it go viral. What up, though?
That's a dope thing to make it.
I don't know. I just found that real ironic though. I just found that real ironic though. Because like I said, it shouldn't be no muffle. It shouldn't be no real disconnect again amongst the elders and the youth in the community. Because guess what? The elders are supposed to be again not schooling, but they supposed to be breaking it down for the generation under them, and vice versa. The generation under them got to spread that message. You know, and at the end of the day, it's sad because again, there's always going to be some sort of problem because everybody feels that one should be above the other. No, we supposed to be riding together. If we're going to be
Right.
building together and trying to do things, we got to come together as a collective. It shouldn't be no, I feel I got to be over you or I got to disregard anything. Like you see what I do. I don't disregard nobody's views and opinions.
Right.
And I'm not supposed to. Because at the end of the day, I could be saying something, even if it might be knowledgeable. Some people might feel that's just an opinion. Some people might not fucking take that logic. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to disregard you. And it shouldn't be the same way around. See, I try not to disregard when kids say certain things around me. I'll at least try to say something along the lines of, don't think like that. Shit, even with some adults. Got some people, ain't no that you can't. It's not that you can't. You acting like you won't do it. And if you want to do something in life, you're just gonna have to do it. You can't just talk about it. You gotta be about it.
And hey, David, Kenny, right? I don't know if we interpret that the same way, but I feel you. I mean, I ain't walking nobody's shadow. I don't mind learning or being led to, following to be able to lead, but I'm not following just to follow. Craig, brother, what up?
What's up, brothers?
Nothing, chilling.
Good to see y'all.
Good to see you too, bro. I know you was gone for a minute, but you're back now.
Not back, but I kind of want to address what David said in the chat. I know that he's having some issues and whatnot, but
Yeah, David, cool. Don't shoot David down. David,
I'm not shooting down.
David. He don't really he cool. That's my dude.
I just want him to see our perspective of what we're really trying to do is wake people up. These children are going to be leading our country. These are going to be the kids that are going to be in our offices. These are the kids that are going to be lawyers. These are the kids that are going to be teachers. These are the kids that will be in our military. It's important. We can't let this slide.
No.
By no means. And we wouldn't be doing what we're supposed to be doing if we did.
If it slide, you're going to start seeing more nursing homes. They just go, we can't, that's one thing I ever refuse to do. I never throw the old away because it's something that stuck with me for a long time. I was told when an elder dies, that's the equivalent of a library burning up. And no matter the disconnect, fact of the matter is they know stuff we don't. And the stuff they know can help us plan for the future and navigate through the current, present. I just think, our elderly, our older people in general, not just the elders. I do, like my just personal belief. I hold them in high regard. I pay homage to them, and I'm not saying everyone deserves that, but my intention is pure, so I don't worry about that. I just do what I'm supposed to do. Because, like Cat Daddy said, I know people, my son watching me, so I know I have a responsibility. And just because other people can't fulfill theirs, that don't mean I derail from mine. So that's just how I move.
Well, and the other thing too is we've got a generation that's dropping like flies. I don't know. I look around me and I see so many people that are not even making it to 60.
Yeah, I noticed that too the other day. That De La Soul rapper just died, 54.
Yeah.
So many people that are not even really healthy, and that's a lifestyle that is just consumed by people putting their own desires in front of their needs.
Yeah.
Now you said it right just then. Their desires in front of their needs. That we could use. We could should redefine what happiness is. I know for me personally, happiness is peace of mind, and my peace of mind comes by way of getting done what I need to get done, so I don't have to worry about the things that I can control.
Well, and here's a prime example. We're living in an electronic age. Everything's digital, everything's electronic. We've got stoves, we've got TVs on them, we've got refrigerators that have TVs on them, and everybody's so, and I don't know, wrapped up in it. And, one of the things that people fail to realize is that, you got to live within your means. And, I think that we're headed for another situation where their jobs are going to become scarce again. And people are going to have to take jobs that are going to pay less money. Are they prepared for that? It's something that people need to have that education about, living within what they can afford to do and not just living because they want to have everything that everybody else has.
That's 100% correct.
And being able to step outside the box and do things to make ends meet. Not everybody has the mindset to do that. I believe everybody's got the tool to go out and earn a living, but most people don't have the mindset that they can go out and earn a living with their talent. And I think everybody's got a God-given talent.
No music, Kenny. I don't play music. I only play my cousin. But I feel you. I know the song, bro. I'm in the D, man. So yeah, we know Aretha. We know Whitney. They tripping in the chat. But it's if we don't. I mean, it's like I said, we got to attack it from both angles because it's not just the elders, though. It's the youth too. But like I said, they looking, they watching. So I feel like if my generation can be a bridge, can show like, yeah, this is and help translate. We might need to translate. It's 2 generations, 3, 4 generations apart. So why not bridge it? And I think that's my generation's responsibility. But like I said, the OGs got to work with us. And then even the OGs, I think y'all got to hold each other accountable too. Especially if like we in a tribe like that, the elders have always been a council, not just one. Even it might have been a chief, but it was elders under that chief. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's easier, just like it's easier for me to hold someone in my age range accountable than it is someone younger or older than me. We need technology. What is Hey, I enjoy David. David make it live. David make it live. I appreciate you, David. And Kenny over here too.
Yeah, David and Kenny. I mean no disrespect to David. I know that he's frustrated, and it's easy to become angry with situations that frustrate you that you don't know how to go about making a positive change. But writing a whole level of people off is not the answer.
You know why I enjoy David in the chat? Because, like I said earlier, the contrast it brings clarity. Because David represents a group of people, and maybe his ideas might be a little extreme, but don't we all think of the extreme things? Like I can understand it at least sometimes. Like so, the contrast gives an opportunity to bring clarity to
Sure.
define different concepts. So that's why I appreciate David's pushback. Not even pushback, just his Dave just give his opinion about things, and but it gives the opportunity to get clarity. So that's why I was like, yeah, let David rock.
So I don't want to disrespect anybody. You know me.
Oh no, David ain't gonna take his disrespect. Yeah, David ain't gonna take his disrespect. David go come in here, I go get his views and his opinions off. And even when I, when I rebuttal what he say, he just say something else. He gets more clarity too. He gets to define his idea too. So we kind of work off each other. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, just giving people like his intentions. I don't know if that's just something I'm more in tune with. I can tell a person's intentions when they, like when we say constructive criticism. Like this, the crazy thing, Cat Daddy. I enjoy the criticism. Believe it or not, because it gives me an opportunity to analyze the person giving it to me, especially if it's like untrue. It's like you have to be creative to come up with that, and it just tells me more about the person. So I even enjoy that. So I don't even when that happens. Like I said, it's all opportunities. It's what you do with it, right? Everything we do is a choice. So I can choose to be upset, or I can choose to use the situation and gain something from it. And that's just my mindset, I believe now. Is to gain from everything. Like
Man, your perception game is strong.
Not only that, but it also gives you an opportunity to self-reflect and make sure that you're coming in the right direction.
Yeah, that's all part of it. That's all part of it. I appreciate that, Cat Daddy. I really do. I really do.
We have the community Discord server, and I would like to see more people get engaged with it. But that's a powerful tool we can use as a community.
Yeah, I'll be back up in a minute, bro. I just got back in the crib from work. Be get myself settled. Be back up.
Nate,
What's going on, Craig?
what's up, brother?
Not much. I was trying to avoid all that wind tunnel too. Shit.
Nah, he was getting jumped by them raccoons. That's why he didn't want us to hear him get bullied by the raccoon.
You sure you want to hear the window? Because I just got upstairs, nigga.
Nah, I gotta poke at you, bro. You like, man, y'all two the only people I really poke at because y'all know I'm just, joking around and nothing serious. Yeah, hey, Cat Daddy.
That baby girl for you yet, though?
hey, Cat Daddy. Bro, tell me why I went to give her a kiss and she threw up all in my chin hair. And Miss 504 had just told me, like, get a baby a kiss. And I'm like, you realize what just happened? Like, all on my chin, bro.
She set you up for the kill.
Yeah. Got me, bro.
That's what you get, baby.
Hey, Cat Daddy, check this out. This dude on the panel, he punched a horse, bro. Craig, I gotta tease him. He punched a horse and he slapped a bull with a. I gotta pick. I always pick with him.
I kick raccoons and hunt possums, so it don't matter.
I did that crap like 30 years ago. Word.
I don't know. We was talking one day and I had this vibe, Cat Daddy. I was like, did you ever, what did I say, punch a horse or a bull? He was like, I punched a horse. I don't know why I got that vibe from him. I just had a vibe like he punched a horse. I seen him in my head punching a horse. I bullshit you not. He was talking and I got this image in my head of him punching a horse.
I did too. I punched the Shetland pony right between the nostril and the eyeball. And the horse shook its head and looked at me, but it never bit me on the shoulder again.
And Shetland ponies are mean, man. We had a bunch of them when I was growing up. I grew up in the country.
I did too. And I was standing next to the fence and I was having a conversation with one of my brothers, and I couldn't have been more than 10 years old. And the horse reached across the fence and bit me in the shoulder. Of course, at 10, you're not very big anyway. And I turned around and I smacked that horse. That's all I could. That thing shook its head and stumbled for a minute and looked at me and went back to eating grass and never bit me again. But I was so mad and it hurt. I mean, you can imagine a horse's jaw is pretty powerful.
I had a partner in high school that punched his show heifer in the forehead and broke his hand.
Oh,
I don't doubt it. It didn't feel good to punching that horse, but I was just agitated at the moment, and I was kind of like, "Are you for real? You're gonna try to eat me? I'm not your food."
yeah, good vibes, bro. But my bad. I got us off subject. That's my fault. I just, that was funny.
See, that's good for being light skinned. See what happened?
Hey, you know what though? That's got me thinking about that doggone movie Blazing Saddles where Mongo punched that horse. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they, Craig, he sounded like he's a pretty big old dude.
I am a big guy. I will admit that I am definitely a big guy. 6 foot tall, and I got probably a 6'2" wingspan.
Yeah.
It's just ugly.
Yeah, see?
You see what, like, damn. Nah, bro, I ain't trying to get tested. Like, we had enough tests, bro. I'm straight. Hey, this is why I enjoy David. I mean, he got ideas, man. I'm gonna just tell him I'm straight. Don't test me. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
I would rather attack somebody with knowledge than I would in a fist fight any day of the week. I'm getting too old for that kind of crap anyway, but words are a lot more powerful than people realize.
And Ryder, I'll give you another solution too. I mean, it's not a quick solution, but to truly, I don't think. Let me say this: none of this stuff is broken. None of these systems that we live in is not broken. It's functioning properly. This is how they're supposed to function. So that being said, we have to do one or two things: either create our own system, or we have to put people in power in this system. And to do that, we got to groom the kids, the teenagers, the young adults. We got to groom them to take these positions. That's the only way you can change it is from the inside.
We got to fix the education.
It's not broke. I'm telling you.
It's not the school's problem. It's the parenting that needs to be fixed.
I got to get in contact with them though, because I don't want to get flagged. But I want to show y'all something from Dane Calloway. I don't know if y'all familiar with him. Shout out to Dane Calloway. But dude, a bad researcher and information. He got receipts, and he showed how the education system was created and why. And it'll make sense why it's going in the direction it's going in. And it'll make sense why it's been operating the way it has. It's not here to educate the kids. It's here to create better citizens or workers for the country.
Oh yeah, they're training you, to go to school 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. You go to work 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday.
It's conditioning for you. It's prepping you.
So, can I choose violence? Oh, I can't choose violence. Never mind. Oh.
Yeah, you can choose violence.
Yeah. Nobody will never let me have no damn fun.
All the violence you want, Nate.
No, David. I love David in the chat, because he not doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like he ain't really doing nothing. He just speaking his mind, and you can't like that. That's what I'm trying to create, because I feel like this. Even if we have differences of opinions, a perspective, you can still gain information if it's right or wrong. Information you can. My uncle used to tell me, even if you listen to wrong information, you can learn how it's delivered, the delivery system. How people
Absolutely.
convince you or manipulate you. You can, even if you know it's wrong, then you can begin to figure those things out. So always listen. So that's why I always listen when people talk. And like I said, I don't. David, he radical as hell, but he funny. Oh man.
I can understand that comment though, because I mean, you look at how the country came together after 9/11.
Yeah.
Unless you're Arabic, but
You see, that's what.
for some reason we always seem to rally behind a crisis.
Yeah, it'd be right in the nick of time too. Sometimes.
Yeah,
I would
our
digress
news
off of that.
crisis is actually something that was invented probably clear back into the 1600s. The hot air balloons. It's amazing how simple things can really just turn a whole system inside out.
I want a grizzly bear.
Okay, come get one. Let's go.
All I need
Go
is
to
a
the
12
house, grab out to Colorado, and get you one.
All I need is a 12, some sheetrock, and a little bit of eggs and cinnamon. I'm gonna get one.
Get what?
You're gonna want more than
So I'm gonna
sheetrock.
And shout out to the plug. Shout out to the plug. Nate won a grizzly bear.
It could have been worse. I wanted a penguin, but I wanted something a little bit bigger. So
You think, David, are you from Germany? David, where you
I
from,
don't
bro?
know,
You
but
from?
Germany was so impoverished before World War II. They were literally starving and dying.
yeah.
So, I mean, and they went from being in that kind of shape to being probably one of the biggest adversaries on the planet.
Started from the bottom, now you're here.
And they started a lot of
Started
fires.
from the bottom.
You from the
They ain't
US?
starting from no bottom. That's starting from the dirt.
Yeah. I mean, any country that I'm not even about to say it. No.
Say it.
No, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm all right.
I'm
You know
encouraging
what?
violence today.
And I learned that too. Wise man know when to shut the hell up.
I'm encouraging violence today.
It's some smoke you don't want, but yeah, I think ultimately, I think we just gotta have more conversations like this, bring more people on board, because it's not just with the males either; it's with the females too. And sometimes I think that them, like I said, is I could walk away, but like when the females get into it, oh baby, it'd be it'd be brutal. It remind me of that Mortal Kombat game where you had to put the blood code in the beginning.
That's one
Like
of the
you gotta
things
put
I
it.
always say.
I be thinking like you gotta put a cheat code in to get this evil, don't you? Like, like damn, boy. That probably went over their head at first, Cat Daddy, when I said that.
Some people are just born evil. You can tell it in the DNA. The sins of the Faja in the measure.
Well, there was a comedian in the 80s that said, how are you going to trust somebody that bleeds for 7 days and doesn't die?
Now, you nasty motherfuckers. You over here bleeding on people? What's wrong with you? Don't we taught you better.
Man, y'all can't bash my women, bro. I was just making a blanket statement. Y'all done took it too far. Craig, you gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna have no women followers. All my women followers go. So I'm defending the women right now. I don't. It don't matter. They cleansing themselves. That's a gift. You know, that's one of the and I don't like the misperception of a lot of things. Like one text says a curse, but if you observe, it's actually a gift because when a woman goes through their cycle, they actually begin to cleanse their blood. You know, and as medical researchers to say that one of the reasons why women live longer than men because they constantly cleansing their blood in the youth.
Kind of like a natural bloodletting.
Yeah, and it's like that's a gift. I mean, um, and sometimes you know, the greatest gifts give us the greatest pain. So I mean, um, I think it's a gift, but the way it's taught, and like I have seen people use the Bible to make females feel bad about that, you know, and I just think that's wrong. But like I said, there's a lot of misconception and a lot of ideologies that people adapt or take on and don't truly understand the meaning or the metaphysical understanding of it.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm not a religious person. You know, religions have been toxic from day one. And I think that it's possible to have faith and not be religious.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not even gonna get into the whole origin of the word religion, but um, definitely, religion is spirituality simplified. That's how I like to look at it.
That's funny, man. I looked up the etymology for religion today.
To bind. Did you look up the Latin origin?
Yeah, I
Or
can't remember. I just glanced at it. I wouldn't really study it. I was just, I wonder. It was on my mind. And so I just peeked at it real quick.
religios? It means to bind, and you know you bound to a book in religion. So yeah. So I mean, you got to look at that. You bound to a book, and I don't know if you heard me and Sean talking yesterday, but we was talking about like the difference between like Islam practicing it, the faith, the religion is like a part of their lives versus Christianity, where people. I'm not saying people don't practice Christianity, but not in the same sense of people practice Islam. You know what I'm saying? Like every day
Right, right.
ritual.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle versus Christianity. But when you look at Christianity, even the Ten Commandments, that's a lifestyle too that a lot of people don't follow. They like to fall back. I just got to repent because Jesus died for my sins. I think that's laziness.
As do I. Because to me, to repent means to apologize. And to me, also, the best apology is one you only have to give once.
Facts. Facts.
No, that's a lie right there. I apologize to the Lord 20 times for not being told. I can't help that.
I didn't say I was
My bad,
perfect
man.
at it. Hey, I didn't say I was perfect at it. I'm just telling you what I believe.
No,
I'm
no.
being human.
That was Nate's short joke.
Oh,
Yeah, that was Nate's
You better
short
take
joke.
a joke. You better take a joke, sir.
Nate
What
said,
you said. But what you said could just be broken down. Once you claim you repented, you're supposed to move forward from there. If you want to be technical, that means okay. I'm sorry. Forgive me. It won't happen again. And from there, you move forward and actually make sure it doesn't happen again.
right.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The repentance ought to come when you know that you avoid making that mistake again.
Did you get somebody else pregnant again, man? You didn't learn from the first time.
yeah, just like you said, is when you only got to do it one time. One time. If you do it, I mean, you can't be sorry if it's a behavior. Um, a
And
mistake is a
then
mistake, unless you change that behavior, you know. But ultimately, like you said, that's how I know someone is apologetic is when something occurs and it only happened one time.
Yeah, the first time is a mistake. The second time is a pattern. You
It's a
know,
learned pattern. It's a learned pattern.
That's something. It took my wife a long time to understand about me. She was like, "You don't apologize much." I said, "I'm not going to apologize until I know I won't have to apologize again."
Now that's deep too.
Shot fired.
That's deep too. There's no point in apologizing unless I know I can't, and that's a personal responsibility.
Well,
You know,
look,
I'd be
let it
like,
be known. Let it be told we wrong for everything, even when they supposed to. Even when they supposed to be right, we still wrong. I ain't trying to hear that shit. If you wrong, I'm not apologizing. Sorry. Let's try this again.
well, and I found in marriage that sometimes it's not the
Oh
action,
my
but
God.
the delivery.
Hey David, you know I know what you just did, right? David is a clown, but I like the creativity. Say it really fast.
Evidently, he doesn't realize that we can see those comments still
Yeah.
in the StreamYard.
Yeah, yeah, that's my. I don't even. I never disrespect him and call him a troll, but that's my contrasting buddy. That's what I'm gonna call David, my contrasting buddy. Um,
Well, I'm gonna just say it. That's a fucking troll. Do I gotta go down there and snipe something? I'm still choosing violence this week. I'm gonna twist.
man.
Nate's a
I
crusader.
have
Nate is a crusader.
Oh yeah, yeah, Nate, I appreciate Nate so much. Flowers, Nate. Yeah, but what Nate doing, the love he showed, the support he showed, and the example he set. I appreciate this, brother, and I appreciate you for letting me, rock with you, bro. I really do.
Well, you ain't step or do nothing foul in my front yard. So why shouldn't I be a kind host?
Right.
Not only that, but the proof is in the pudding, as they would say, because the masses are getting bigger. The conversations are a lot more focused, and then people may not hear everything that's being said, but they're getting enough of it that they keep coming back for more of it.
Let me get Cat Daddy's opinion on this. Cat Daddy, what do you think about us men showing gratitude and appreciation towards one another? You think we supposed to do that more, or like some people, people have told me like, oh, that's a sign of weakness. I'm like, how? So, like, what's your opinion?
As long as it's genuine,
Right.
I don't see anything wrong with it. But that's the thing though. What maybe I don't know, man. I inherently I don't see anything wrong with it because that's kind of how I am. But I don't go around offering, flowers to everybody. Either.
Right.
I keep my flowers close. I keep them pruned. I keep them pruned pretty well, and so if I pick one of them, it's got to be deserving.
I smoke flowers. So I just give out all sorts of condiments.
Hey, I used to. I wish I could right now. This conversation would be on a whole nother level.
Y'all done brought the Joker out.
Not yet. Nobody came in here and trolled yet, so I can't laugh. Oh.
And I think in the context of it, like I said, you don't know why one man may be, showing that favor toward another man. So who am I to judge?
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't, I really can't judge his sincerity or the authenticity of it.
See, I can be honest with you. I don't really do that giving flowers shit for real. But I will give you commitment and acknowledgement for things that you are doing. Like
That's
you doing
flowers.
some shit.
I
Do that
ain't talking
shit. I
about
do
the
that shit on a
emotion.
regular. Nah,
He
I do
think
that
you
shit on a
talking about.
regular.
You're right.
Do that shit straight on the regular. I don't necessarily have to give flowers. I give you your accomplishments, acknowledgments, and all of that shit because at the end of the day, you are actually doing something.
Right.
You're
Well,
actually
I think
bringing something to a forefront or whatever. You ain't just
right.
sitting on your ass like these trolls.
You know,
There you go.
I think that with that comes, and I think about the model of effective praise.
Yeah,
So if it's like, hey man, appreciate you or whatever, you don't just necessarily thank somebody for the outcome or whatever, you thank them for the process that it took to get there.
yeah.
That was deep.
Chat.
Craig,
Well,
you
I'm
know.
gonna give some acknowledgments up here. I acknowledge all you old heads up here, except for this old head on the side of me right here. You ain't no old head. You still about 12, 13. You got babies staring up on you. Not
Who you
fucking
got
with
over
you.
here?
Nah, but
I ain't
nah,
ever
it's all
been.
acknowledgments for everybody because shit, everybody's at least bringing some sort of knowledge or some sort of wisdom to the forefront, regardless to what. Even if some people might not agree with whatever, hey, somebody might take that knowledge and actually make it beneficial towards their life. That's the most important thing.
Yes, sir.
I'm not a crusader. I'm a football player. I run over niggas like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Get out of here, nigga.
How you gonna be a football player boxing?
He got poetry figures out. He got his poetry figures out. What was you about to say, Craig?
I said, how's Nate gonna be a football player at 5 foot?
Did you say at 5'2"?
I'm actually 5'6", and I was running through 6'5" niggas. Period. If it take 8 niggas to drop me down, that tells you a nigga strong, son. Don't get it twisted.
I'm just picking on you, Nate.
Hey, Nate,
Um,
tell him, man. Nate, tell him you was a bowling ball and they wasn't nothing but pins.
Nah, David niggas was calling me Baby Jerome Bettis. I was really running through these niggas. Until I fucked my ankle up, I was running through these niggas. There's no way you can tell me a nigga got over 1,000 yards within 5 games of a season. That means every game I was playing, I was running through these niggas. They was like, this motherfucker. Yeah. You got hell to pay. Tasmanian hell, bitch.
He ain't running. He's floating. Something wrong with him. Get him an exorcism.
I got a perfect way to settle this, gentlemen. If we need to do hit drills, y'all both get on your back at the blow of the
Put your
whistle,
helmet
jump
here.
up, and collide.
I can't do that. Currently, I'm rolling a blunt, and I don't want to mess that up while I'm doing it. So, after a long day's work, supposed to come home and relax, and that's what I'm doing.
Put it in
I
the
don't know what
air.
the trolls doing, but hopefully they doing something with their lives. I don't know.
But yeah, I just think we got to bridge the gap between our age and the elders before we can, and that'll be the bridge, for the youngins. I know I keep going back to the subject, but yeah, I mean, that's just the way I look at it.
Well, I think that we've got to teach these young men how to deal with emotion.
There's a lot of different specters we got to hit. The older men too, just men in general. I see a lot of older men affected by the same issues the younger ones are. There's a lot of older men still trying to be young. So
Yeah, hence why you got some of them sagging their pants and trying to move around all crazy. Like, yeah, I'm outside. So what? So is your grandmother. So is your mother. Like, what the fuck you mean you outside? Like, nigga, everybody's supposed to be outside at one point.
yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of different angles we got to hit, but yeah, emotions, and that's what I talk about a lot. is emotions and how they affect the thought process and the decision making. That's a lot what I talk about, because that's what helped me, you know, and that's what I constantly am aware of that. That's another thing. I mean, that's a tool that we can use is think about awareness when things happen. I mean, just think: am I aware of what's going on? Am I aware of my emotions? Because, like I said, when you get in a conflict, like if we having a discussion and we have a disagreement, a lot of times people get information and it's for various reasons. We can sit here and name why, but when that happens, you know, before the conflict occurs, if both parties are aware, okay, I'm getting into my emotions, let me, you know, check myself.
I think, I guess maybe to take that up to the next notch is to anticipate it. You know what I'm saying? To be,
Yep.
to run those mind games beforehand. Like, hey, look, I know I'm about to do X, Y, Z, and I'm going to encounter such, and this is how I'm going to react or how I intend to react.
And you know the crazy thing is, I do that before I even get on the internet. I think about what if this happened, what if that happened. Um, but yeah, that's another tool that we need to use. Just engaging and I think I like with me at the beginning of my process, I did that. But I think now I did it so much that I can do it in a moment, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
But that's where I started at was anticipation. And with things I'm not familiar with, I still do it. Like even when I go outside to go anywhere, there's scenarios running through my head. So if it ever happened, I'm one of those people who prepared, so I don't have to get prepared, mentally and physically. That's how I move, and that gives me confidence to not one be afraid, but to be able to respond versus react to a situation.
And that's basically what confidence is, self-esteem and confidence is your confidence and your ability to, to be productive or, excel in any situation.
Yeah.
Oh, when all else fails, choose violence. Public service announcement from Suge Knight and Stimulus Records.
Anger is a powerful tool, Nate. And, not only is anger a powerful tool, but it's a powerful motivator.
Oh, I know.
Anger, if it's channeled and focused and productive.
Oh, what you think I do on here? I'm angry, but I'm productive with it. I just can't steal the title "Angry Black Man" because somebody already has that. So, hey.
It was one of the best lessons my grandpa ever taught me. I would have a bad day and I would be angry. He'd send me out to the pasture to pick rocks.
You say kick rocks or pick rocks?
Pick rocks.
All right, I'm about to say, don't tell yourself kick rocks, Craig. You know better than that. We tell people kick rocks and smoke rocks.
You go out and pick up a little full rock, and by the time you done picking up all them rocks, you done forgot about why you were mad. But in the process,
that worked for you?
Picking up them rocks, I could evaluate why I was mad and what I was going to do about the situation that I was upset with.
Yeah, that worked for you. I tried that shit one time. I'm not gonna lie. I tried that shit when I was down south. And I was still mad after I did everything I was trying to do. But what made it better was that I went and got some fireworks.
I'm not saying it's all angry, but it gave me something to do to focus an energy on. And I got paid for it. So, I mean, turning that into something that was positive.
See,
it didn't alleviate my frustration, but it gave me something to do with my frustration.
After I couldn't get that frustration down, I went to the nearest spot that was down there and went and got some firecrackers. So hey, it worked out some way. I forgot what I was mad by the end of the night, but I was gone. I said, hey, got me some fireworks. Let me see if I can blow up this crash test dummy that's sitting in this yard over here.
I was about to tell a joke, but then my wife looked at me and I thought she was asleep, so I'm not gonna tell it.
See, you almost set yourself up for the kill again. See? You just letting the women set you up today,
I
bro.
just, I just have to look over like, oh shit. And she gave me that look. And I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna say it.
Don't you say that shit, nigga.
And knowing her, she in the chat, ghost watching.
Shout out
my
to you,
baby.
bro.
Hey,
Mhm.
Nate.
Yeah.
Nate, what kind of bees? Never mind. I already asked you that one.
Yeah, you asked me that yesterday, and you got the maniacal laugh again out of me. I'm gonna stop laughing, y'all. This
You
is my
always
last
say that.
time laughing for the night. No, this is my last time laughing. Period.
It
The
is
jokes
not.
are gone.
It
The
is
jokes
not
are
the
gone.
Hey fellas, I gotta take off, but hey, word man, I appreciate you letting me come up and you know what I'm saying, discuss these things with you. Nate, Craig, hey, it's been real.
Hey,
Yeah, you already know,
great.
Cat. You already know, man.
Hey,
Type something
Cat
in
Daddy.
Type
I,
something in the stream chat so I can grab you up, brother.
All right, word.
and I appreciate you, Cat Daddy, for coming up and giving us insight, giving us wisdom. I greatly appreciate it, brother.
You're welcome, man, and likewise.
He's been up a couple times, and I've peeped in and heard him. So
All right, well, salute to you fellas, man. Y'all be
All
All right,
right.
blessed.
man. Salute to you.
You
Come
too.
on, dog. Leave me the fuck alone, dog. Shit.
Nate getting jumped by the raccoon. So,
I'm getting jumped by my dog, man. What the fuck you want from my life now, man? You worse than a child. What you want, my man? You done went outside and did what the fuck you want from my life now?
I think he to drop him down. I can't even find a cursor on my computer. This shit white. Okay, there we go.
Money, cash, help.
I can't see. Yeah, I can't see white shit, bro. I can't put it like when I'm on StreamYard. I can't put the computer into dark mode, so it'd be hard for me to find the cursor because it's a white finger on a white screen, and I can barely see in the first place. So shit. But yeah. So I mean, me personally, I think things that we can use to start solving it is just having respect for one. It's simple things. It's nothing that's gonna hurt nobody or take nobody pride away or attack no one's ego. We just got to be respectful to one another and be open to dialogue, you know, and be understanding because it's different generations. So it's different lingo, it's different word selection, word construction. You know, we communicate different. So we got to be understanding what we communicate and ask for clarity instead of assuming someone is taking a shot or giving criticism. Just ask clarity. You know, I mean, we all mature. We should be able to have conversation.
Oh, guess what? Guess what? You're right about that. But when all else fails, choose violence. Public service announcement for Sugar Nate Stimulus Records.
You choose violence. You choose violence anyway, bro.
I'm
That's
supposed to.
I'm
That's a
gonna get you.
motivator.
I'm gonna get you a jersey to say "choose violence."
Now I'm thinking about doing some merch at some point, so trust me.
I
Probably
told
in the
you I got
works
the
of getting
plug.
something.
I got the plug, bro.
I'm trying to get trademarked.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
Nate, you got to
I'm
do
about
the
to.
violence with a smashed taco at the bottom.
I think I'm gonna stick with my logo. I'm gonna choose violence with the 2 boxing gloves, the 2 church organs, and the 2 flames from hell. That's it. I'm good. I chose violence today. No, but words are powerful, and a lot of times it's just about. It's not about what you say; it's how you say it. Yeah, that's the truth. But then again, sometimes pride is always going to stand in the way of a lot of building because everybody's going to feel a type of way about something. I feel like this nigga took a shot at me. I felt this person just no. Well, some people just stern like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everybody thought I was a brute. I'm not a brute. I'm a calm brute. I like to say that. I don't
And
just walk
see,
around choosing violence every day. I just choose to hit you with knowledge anyway.
and that's why I say we gotta ask for clarity. I mean, it ain't nothing like if I me personally, if somebody say something and I look like damn is they, I just ask like damn is it? How do you mean that? You know, can you clear it up?
Yeah.
Is it, I mean, just ask, and if they being a smart ass, they being a smart ass. So it is what it is. But at the same time, have a good night. Make it go viral. Appreciate you coming through. But at the same time, you should be able to you should be able to do that and ask.
Yeah, but the problem with some of them, like I said, the problem with some of the elders, just like the problem with some of the youth, is because they feel like you can't ask them shit. But at the end of the day, I might be asking you something because it might be something you do know that could probably help me, and vice versa. You know, like I told somebody, I said I don't know too much about computers, but I know about doing certain shit, and vice versa. Yeah, you might know a whole bunch about computers, a whole bunch of other shit that I might not even be interested in. But hey, I don't mind taking in the knowledge if I know it's going to somewhat help a nigga out at some point.
You know
Nate,
what
Like
I
I said,
learned? Go
I
ahead,
took
bro.
something from all the OGs back in the days, man.
Nate, age doesn't necessarily equate to maturity.
Craig, you heard me in the last live. I didn't take this advice from every old head. I said elders.
Yeah,
You gonna be an
there's
old head
a distinction. Hey, you know what I learned how to do on a computer though, Nate?
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to.
no. You're gonna get you some Cyclops glasses. This way you can see everything. I'm trying to help you out, brother.
Hey, I need the glasses I got now. They just look like regular shades, but they what is they like some reflector. Like I gotta wear them to look at the screen. But then, like I said, they dark, so I can't see the goddamn screen when I wear them.
Blue
It's like I
blockers?
can,
Do they block the blue light?
they block the blue light, they block the sun rays, and they block the UV light. The
Do you have your web pages set up for dark theme?
I do, but when every time everything else is in dark except for StreamYard, I cannot figure StreamYard out. Everything else is in dark, so I'm cool with that. It's
That's
just
something that they need to change. It's
yeah.
StreamYard.
Wait, you can't change the. I thought you could.
I
No,
don't know. I looked in it. I looked in it. I had my wife. I had my sister. I had a couple people. I mean, then I asked a couple people. They said they never seen that setting. So
it's something that somebody ought to bring up. They have like a monthly podcast or whatever for ideas and things that they can help improve their platform.
Yeah. If you paying for that monthly shit, yeah, you could be able to do whatever. I believe so. I'm not sure, but
The other thing
I
you
don't
can
do
do
cameras.
is open StreamYards and YouTube both in separate tabs on the same browser. And then once you're in the StreamYard, just go back to the YouTube and just let people know that if they're going to come up, they need to let you know so that you can look at the StreamYards.
but like right now, until I get in my studio, I don't like my camera on, and I only got the camera on the laptop, so I got to turn it on. So that's the only reason I don't do that. Like when I go off YouTube, they don't give me the unless I do it on my phone. I never try to. Yeah, I did it off my phone and turned the camera off. But on the laptop, I can't turn the camera off.
Yes, you
So
can.
in the YouTube studio,
You can do it in StreamYards, and I think that you can put up an
yeah,
avatar. And what I would recommend is that you use something like OBS or Streamlabs OBS. So you can control all aspects of the stream and not just what YouTube gives to you as a tool.
then I'll be. I don't know about. But I
Streamlabs
ain't.
OBS, you can turn the web camera off as well.
Yeah, I gotta look in to see. The only thing I know how to do is click live. Like,
Damn,
bro,
son.
I can't even make videos yet, bro. But I'm about to start. I got a dude who will edit it for me, so I'm
Yeah,
just waiting to get into my
OBS is
studio.
OBS is a cantankerous tool, but it is also a very powerful tool if you're going to do presentations and things on just a straight video.
Yeah, because I think eventually I'm gonna go just do more videos. I do a live every once in a while, but once I learn how to do it, I'm gonna just do video. I can go down and record a video, premiere it, and walk away and be done with it.
Yeah, and Pops would be a great tool for that because he can do some of that stuff. He's pretty good at it. I was
Yeah.
listening to his live earlier today, and I think that he got a little ruffled for no reason, but that was okay.
Everybody over here getting ruffled. What's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all niggas been eating too many ruffle chips, ain't y'all?
They're putting ruffles and everything. They got them in the Reese's Big Cups now.
What's the problem with y'all motherfuckers over here acting all roughly and shit, man? Love each other.
Hey, bro, I try my best, bro. You see, if I rock with you, but that's the thing about me. Like, if I rock with you and we get in conflict, I'm gonna just walk away and be done with it before you know what I'm saying. But if I don't, then it probably get a defense. But nah, everything cool.
Let's get
Everything
out
cool.
there.
What the world's going on with Miss Hossie? I haven't seen her since she was having trouble with her laptop.
I don't know. I know. I ain't seen her.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard from her since the other day.
Yeah,
The other
that's
day,
blessed.
like, she said she was about to. She said she was going to lay down, and she said she was going to grab her some rest. And that was the last time I spoke to her. But hopefully she don't got no more problems with the laptop.
And then she drop her phone on water or
I had
something.
to drive on it for her, and I was trying to help her figure out why I was running so slow, and then she had internet trouble, and I haven't heard from her since. So.
Yeah.
She'll pop back up at some point.
It should pop back up. But y'all got any closing ideas or closing words? I think I'm gonna shut it down.
It's nothing really to say as far as what we was speaking on tonight. I mean, I honestly feel if not just bridging the gap, but if some of y'all would get out of your pride and out of the ways of your thinking and just pass the knowledge along to each other, maybe, just maybe, certain things will change for the better. But until you get that out the way, there's always going to be there's always going to be a disconnect, and it's only going to be because it's pride. Yeah, I felt like I did this, that, and the third, so I'm better than you. No. Just because you might know something more than me, that don't mean I don't know nothing either. You're not supposed to disregard each other. That's the key word for the night. Stop disregarding each other and start communicating with each other. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, and it's true because nobody should feel like that they're better than anybody else. We all get up in the same way. We all put our shoes on the same way. We all tie our laces the same way. It's, status or clout isn't really as important as people make it to be.
Yeah, I think that's tomorrow's shows, Nate. Let's talk about clout. That should be fun. But what y'all said, you said
Let me
what?
tell you something about clout, man. Let me tell you something about clout. You see what happened to people that want too much clout? Some niggas get left in the clouds.
Hey, I wanted to, I don't speak on people. I speak on, behavior. But sometimes the behavior. Hold on. I can't end it. My homie, go bless me. We back, people. We ain't going nowhere. The man, the myth, the legend is in the building. Kalani Management. What up, brother?
Hey,
Hey,
what's
Kalani.
going on, guys? How y'all doing? What's up, Corbin? What's going on, Nate the Great?
What's going on, Kai? What's going on, bro?
You
Hey,
just missed Cat Daddy.
hey, man, my boy. Hey, man, guys, can I just give some props real quick?
Yes, you can, brother.
Nate the Great, you are going off in word. You are going through it. And Corbin, where you been? Where my boys been at, man? Y'all been going through some all three of you guys, man. What's going on, fellas?
Oh man, the
Man,
same old, man. It ain't nothing, man.
As
Listen,
we say, say
they thought
less.
they shut me down. They thought they shut me down, but you can't stop greatness, and you
Hey,
always try to stop
thank
greatness
all,
because of some music.
thank all three of you guys. But hey, man, let me just, hey, my boy Corbin, man, Corbin, I need your help. I ain't gonna front. I need your help, Corbin, man. And you got me on this Discord, and I don't know how to use it. Straight up. I don't know.
Just open it up and put the channels in there for people to drop stuff into. I put the YouTube bot in there. You can go in and you can set the YouTube bot to pop up notifications for live streams that you want to see.
No, you set me up properly. No, I ain't gonna say that you didn't set me up properly because as you know, because you're in my Discord, you set it up right. You got me going. You motivated me to do it, but I just don't know how. Like everybody's like, oh, just go to my Discord, but I still don't know what to do with it, even though I set it up because of your ass. I don't know what to do with this thing, Corbin.
It is another social media site, and that's basically you put into it what you want to put into it, and you get out of it what you want to get out of it. The thing I like about it is that there are no ads in it anywhere.
Right. I'm just like, damn, I set this thing up.
Your information, and the Google doesn't have some kind of a tracking mechanism set on it. But to me, and this is one of the things that I was having this conversation with the guy last night because he was doing a commentary on the Super Bowl. And everybody's like, what do you think of the ads? What do you think? I said, I don't want to watch the ads. That's why I'm here. I just want to know what happens in the game. That's it. I don't want the ads. I don't want all the glamour and all that stuff. I just want to know what the game is.
Yeah, the thing for me, man, is I'm seeing everything about Discord, but I just don't understand it. I thought you were, I mean, and you're still doing it because you put something in there today. And I hadn't seen you in a while, Corbin, but you put something in the Discord and wanted all of us to do something. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm serious. You motivated me to get to Discord, but I just don't know what to do with it now that I got it. And it's crazy.
We're gonna dive into
the
that.
one other person.
I've been battling trying to get medication sent to me in the mail so that I can actually go to my home. I've been staying with my son for the last 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get back to being in my own zone, basically, where I've got my office stuff set up at, so that I can get back into doing things like I would normally would. I'm not typically at the kitchen counter with my laptop and a keyboard and a mouse. Usually I've got, my desk, and I've got a monitor and my keyboard, mouse, and laptop all set up so that I can see everything that I'm doing. And with just a 17-inch laptop screen, it's just not possible for me to function in the way that I normally do.
Yes, sir.
Hands on, and I've got to be, all hands have to be focused where I can see everything going on all at once. And everything's limited right now. So I kind of feel like it's on a cell phone, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And technology for me, I mean, I love the technology, but I got to spread it out. It's got to be at a point where I can see all the pieces and put them together where they need to be. And you can't do that on a cell phone, and you can't do that on a laptop.
Got you.
For me, that's how I roll. But you know,
Hey man, I respect you guys' time so much, but I just need y'all to help me out because you guys are my guys. Like both of you guys, you got all three of you guys. You guys are my guys. I need to catch up. What happened with you and I don't mean to go back in time, but you know, I need y'all help because y'all my guys. Y'all three. What happened with Pop's word? What happened, Nate? What's going on here, man?
Honestly, bro, I can just tell you my point of view. You know, we was watching a video, and Pops got to a part where he said, you can go back and watch it, but he got to a part where he stated that they had us, you know, they had black people hating the poor white people because of the transatlantic slave trade. And I commented that I didn't know he would react. You know, I didn't, you know, like I said, we a different generation. And the way I talk, I say no a lot.
That was a great way to segue for the replay supporters. Go ahead.
But I say I use the term "nah" a lot. You know, I'm from Pennsylvania backwoods, so we say "nah" instead of "no." And so I said, "Nah, I have to respectfully, you know, disagree." And I went into its other reasons why, you know, black people hate the white people, but I don't think the white people are like poor white people. I wasn't talking about the video. I wasn't talking about the content or anything. I was just trying to add some context to what he said. And
Yes, sir.
I didn't know. Like I said, I had great interactions with Pops, but you know, I'm still learning them. So I didn't know to him that would be disrespectful, because if I did, I just wouldn't have said nothing.
Right. I seen it in the chat. I seen you saying like, "Hey man, I digress." You know, I see you. You was like, "I digress." You know what I'm saying? It's all good, Pop. You know what I'm saying?
And I think it was just a miscommunication with my lingo that he was. And like I said, I don't know if he was, you know, I don't know his past. Maybe, you know, he got trolled before. He thought that's what I was doing, or I was attacking the info. I'm sitting back listening, you know, because a lot of the information I'm familiar with. So I'm like, okay. And then a lot of it, I'm looking at it like, okay, now this, what I know makes more sense because this is giving context to it. So I'm actually sitting back like I do all his streams, is listening, but you know, I like to interact. And I just felt like I thought we had a rapport where I can
you do.
You know, disagree with him. And it's not even like a disagree with what he's presenting. It was the statement that he made.
Well, on behalf of myself and him, man, I'm telling you, man, you good. You good. The word. I mean, I swear to God, we're good. We are fine. Hey, and Nate, I done already got with Corbin. I done got with him. Now I got to ask you, Nate. Man, I just got to say, Nate the Great, my guy, my dude, my man, my main guy, bro. Sorry about Scorpio lady, man. God, I'm so sorry, man. Oh my goodness, you are like serious for real. For real. Like, man, you went out your, hey, as a straight Southside would say, you went out your body. And you know I don't be saying nothing, Nate the Great, but boy, you went out your body, man. Like, what's going on, Nate the Great?
Nate on mute.
Nate on mute. Nate on mute.
You might be doing something.
No, my bad. Nah, my fault.
It's all good.
No, I was trying to unplug my charger just now and muted myself.
Because all three of you guys on this panel, man, you guys are my, as you guys know, since my changing up everything is, there's nobody more supportive than you three on this panel. And I was like, oh man, what the hell happened? Where are we going this year? And I want to roll with you guys, all three of you guys, until December. So it's like, man, what the hell happened?
Oh, no, I wasn't gonna let that. No,
We're in that phase. It's a building phase, and that's the thing.
Well said.
Asked me here a while back, and
Well
we
said.
did, and I said, I'm getting my stuff in order, but I said, I follow all kinds of YouTube content.
Oh yeah. Oh man, Craig, you ain't even got it. Craig, come on, man. You with me on blah 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 blah. You with me in Discord. Hey man, you my dude, man. I'm surprised that you're not using blah 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 more, because I'm trying to get you up in there in that thing.
There's
Thank
only
you
so many hours in the day. That's what I have to tell people. You can only do so much. And, even with my YouTube stuff, there are portions of the day where it's just a solid block of stuff to do. And, people are like, hey, where you at? Why aren't you doing this? And it's like, I need to be where I'm needed. And my mind dictates that, where it's important. And
yes, sir.
Just like I told Word the other night, this has been a struggle trying to get all my stuff in a row so that I can get back to my own zone and be in my own world. I love being around my kids and my grandkids. Don't get me wrong. It's the greatest time in the world, but it's not productive for my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm hoping in the next few days I'll have some medication show up here so that I can pack up and go home. But it's been a struggle.
Well, before I go back to Nate, I just got to ask you, Craig, are you going to jump on there with blah, 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 blah with me? Because I don't see you, man, and you're my partner over there, and I really need your help, you know.
Jump into it. I just haven't had a chance to really look at it.
Gotcha.
That's the thing with me is that I want to, when I step off into another platform, I want to see the platform.
Right. Gotcha.
We've had so many new platforms that have popped up.
Right.
The True Social, which I haven't even looked at because
I'm on Truth Social. I'm on Parler. I'm on everywhere. But you were the one that got me to go to Discord and bring the Discord to blah 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 blah. And the owners of blah 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 is on me to do more. And I thought, and I stopped a little bit, Craig, because I thought you was gonna roll with me from here over there, and I'm just like, I done stopped a little bit because you're not rocking with me. But if you don't mind, because I'm bouncing around with you guys, Nate, you good? You good, Nate? You good? Because I don't want Scorpio Lady to like trip us out, you know what I'm saying? Because you got us on a mission here till December, in my opinion. You got us on a mission. We're growing.
Wait, Kalani, look at my face. Look at my fucking face. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
What part of one and done don't you understand? I don't play with nobody. But it just goes to show you I love it.
It reminds me of Pop. It really do. It really reminds me of Pop. I told him today, I was like, man, Pops, Nate is like you, back in the old days, back in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? That's just how you was, with her, man. But, damn, bro, you got out your body.
Nah, I didn't fully get out my body. I'm gonna tell you this right now because the things I really intended to say, my mother was ringing in my ear. So that's the only reason why she didn't get as much as she thought she was gonna get.
Gotcha.
Don't get it twisted because I don't give a damn. You heard what I said earlier. Man, woman, and trans, nigga, you will get it if you fucking around with the wrong thing. I'm not playing.
No, I believe you. Obviously, I believe you.
Nate is one of those guys. He's gonna dance, so don't ask him to foxtrot if you ain't willing to take the heat because he's gonna bring it.
No doubt. As you know, Nate the Great, you made me actually do a show, and before I even started my show, I was like, "Hey, Nate, man, whatever's going on, man, I'm sorry for it." because you my guy, bro. I don't want to see you pissed off at the community like this. But I totally understand where you're coming from, homie. And I just wanted to get your take on everything, cause you my dude, man. I can't see you like doing this.
No, listen, bro. Like I said, I do what I do best. I
Yes,
get
sir.
back to things once I address it. After that,
Yes.
there is no, because like I said, it's nothing for me to pull out facts and receipts. I don't play games. I don't deal with emotions. I do what I
At
do
all.
best.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And can't nobody, and I mean this, nobody can influence me to go otherwise. If you ain't the man upstairs, I don't want to hear that shit. And if you fuck with mine, you get burnt. That's it. What else you want me to tell you?
Hey, you know what it is, guys? I had never, to be honest, Corbin, to be honest, the word, I had never seen Nate get out his body. I had never seen Nate get out his body. And he did.
We want to keep Nate in his body, so everybody be smooth. Everybody, what was the title of the show earlier, Kalani? Are you smooth with your moves?
Are you being smooth with your moves?
Be smooth with your moves around Nate Flat.
Period. Hey, because I learned from Nate, like, come in, speak. It's kind of like Sister T a little bit, come in and you didn't say hello. You didn't say, oh no, I'm gonna time your ass out. And it's the truth. And it don't matter who you is. Like Sister T said, like, hey, if you come in here and you just say something and you don't show respect to the chat, you don't show respect to my moderators, hey man, I'm gonna time your ass out, and I felt like Nate the Great was on that. Like, man, you was serious, bro. Made me do a show. Made me come out the bushes and do a show.
Nah, because I'm not playing when it comes to nothing. I don't care, man, woman, or trans. If you fucking put a lie on my name, I burn your shit. And there's no fucking going back to that.
Yeah. But let me ask you a question, Nate. Nate, you ain't got no patience? Is that what you said? You ain't got no patience?
Nah, you ain't. Nah, he had patience. I think you got to go back and I think the patience was over because it went from chat to the issue went from chat to chat to chat. And then, like, it came over here. It was like I didn't even know what was going on. I think I had 22 on the panel, me and him talking, and I'm glancing over, and I see Perp, and I'm looking at Perp, and I'm thinking they joking, because we joke a lot. And
that's
then,
how I probably would have seen it too. Yeah.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was a joke, and then I'm looking, I'm like, oh no, it ain't joking. Like, she in the zone. But that's something that's another reason. We having a discussion we having today. Unfortunately, we didn't get women on the panel. And me personally, I don't like. I'm not gonna sit up here and talk for women. So we had to focus on what we understood from the males. But that's a big problem. We have a disconnection from the younger to the older generation. But
you know what, Nate the Great? Hey, bro, you my dude, man, for real. And I've seen you, get out your body about things. But this was one of them ones like, oh, wow. I actually did a show and I was like, man, whatever's going on, Nate the Great, I hope the community comes together not to piss you off no more, because I ain't never seen you like this. And Nate, I probably got 30 subscribers because of you, brother. I probably got 30 brand new subscribers because of you. And I did not want you to be pissed off, but boy, it happened with Scorpio. Man, you is not playing.
I play with nobody, bro, because that's like me telling somebody you a male prostitute right now.
Right.
What, you think you not gonna get mad at some point, nigga? You think you really not gonna address it the way you see fit? And my fault for saying it like that, but this is how I get with anybody. I will set your soul on fire because it's no longer welcomed here. You're not gonna get in the middle of any type of building, and you're not gonna put me in the middle of drama, period. On here, off here. Period.
Oh, mama. I seen it. It made me jump out my damn chair. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I was
Made
sitting
me
there
go
like,
live and everything. Like, made me do a show and say, before I even started my show, I was like, man, Nate, bro, sorry, homie. I apologize for Scorpio Lady, man. I'm sorry, man. Good Lord.
No, you don't gotta apologize for nobody. She need to apologize for herself and just apologize, period. But that
Because
just
you's
goes
a
to
cool
show
dude, man. You's a good dude, man. And I'm like, man, my goodness.
yeah, because I don't play games and I don't tolerate nothing, bro. Listen, there's nobody else in this community right now, regardless to what the fuck has happened recently.
Facts.
Nobody has been in their feelings except for one person in particular. So
Facts.
since you want to try to make things and make lies, and not just on my name, but people that are in this community, oh, now we got a problem now. I
Yeah,
gotta
facts.
shut your shit down.
Down. I
hey,
thought,
real
I
quick.
thought, I thought, I thought from the very beginning of your channel, I thought this was a very good supporter, you know, of my channel, your channel, Pop's channel. You know what I'm saying? But I guess, you know,
So
I
I'm gonna
I'm
be honest with
tripping
you, bro.
on because I never thought that word. I never thought you and Pop and then I never thought you and Miss Scorpio Lady. I never thought that it would happen like this. You know, a problem. You know, and I'm just like, man, wow. And then I hadn't
No, wait,
seen
hold on.
Corbin in the building. I hadn't seen you guys. I hadn't seen you in the building, and I'm like, oh man, what the hell's going on with my camp?
Yeah, it was
But you
rough
already
anyway,
know
bro.
part of my problem. You already knew part of my problem this week as far as the main channel, but I did have the backup channel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But then guess what?
I'm,
It was
yes.
another thing. See, Word and Pop's problem wasn't as serious. It's just miscommunication. Hence what he
Right,
said.
right. I think that's what you know what I wanted to say that
Me?
to Word.
It's a problem.
Oh, okay. Yes,
That's
sir.
a problem.
Problem.
Because it goes deeper than this. So that's why I
Right.
said, if you
Yes, sir.
play with me, I have receipts everywhere and burn
Yes,
your
sir.
shit down again. Your credibility will be shot fucking with.
Yeah, see, now I ain't got no problem with Pops, man.
I
Like
believe that. I
that's
believe that
bro.
100%.
I'm gonna be 100 with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it funky. I don't words and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sensitive, bro.
I've seen all your comments. I've been in the bush. You know, I'm a moderator. I'm in the bushes, you know. And I seen that you was like, oh, I digress. It's all good. I'm good. You know, I seen all those, you know, you said, I'm
you
good,
know,
Bob. We ain't got no problems. We just had a disagreement about opinions. I wanted to have an I seen you. You said I wanted to have an intellectual conversation about something, and boom, you coming differently. So yeah, we was talking about that, you know, but and I want you to know from Pop's perspective, he don't have no problem with you neither, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pop's cool, and then that's why I say, like, I understand, like, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm aware of a lot of stuff, and I was aware after a couple comments. I'm looking like, okay, is a miscommunication? I don't, like I said, I'm not familiar with his ideology of words, so like I noticed when I said energy, that kind of, you know, I think he kind of felt like I was taking a shot, like certain words I use.
That's
And
why
I'm
I
like,
had to
okay,
jump
that's my
up here
lingo.
because I've been around Pop for 23 years and I totally understand where you're coming from. Like, oh man, my words out of context.
Yeah, you know, and like I said, I've been just not even older people, just people in general. I got a show about that, bro, about communication, and you know, us being different, having different perceptions, and a lot of times, the way I may say something, it may mean something else where you from. You know what I'm saying? Just so even that understanding, and like I said, I'm one who self-reflect. So. And like I said, it's not a big deal. We didn't, you know, get into it. I will be honest. I'll be 100% honest. Because like I said, I'm gonna keep it funky. Like I said, it don't bother me, but I felt like, you know, it was disrespectful to me, because I wasn't coming at him like that. And I'm trying to explain. I did feel like, you know, I was being. That's why, you know, I just bowed out and left because I'm not about to. And like I said, it could have been something I said that, you know, rubbed him the wrong way. So that's why I just said respectfully, I'm a bow out.
How can it? How
It's your channel. I'm not trying to be there. I don't want to disrupt the content, so I'm
right?
not going to keep typing and trying to explain myself in the chat, and you keep addressing me because that's messing up. And I know that was a portion too. I understand that as a content creator. I'm more laid back because I'm having conversations, but he's actually creating something. So
Right,
any
right.
disturbance, I understand that. So that's why I said I can just and like I said, it's no big deal. I mean, it wasn't nothing to the point where I felt like
I really feel what you're
it can't
saying.
be resolved. That's how I look at it. It's nothing big. I feel, and I got a better understanding.
When I was a kid, I was going through the same thing with pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But then after a while, I kind of get where Pop is coming from because he's just from the old school. He's 68 years old. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, I'm 50. I'm so young, and but then during those days he was 50 something, and then I was like, oh man, what the fuck, Pop? You know what I'm saying? So I get where you're coming from, but man, I just, man, Nate, Word, Corbin, man, I just want to see us do this thing until December. To be honest, I want to see what happens. I want to see how we could roll from now until December. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we could do this thing. We could really be a good collective.
It's going to happen, and I want to elaborate on Nate's perspective and in my own perception of what's going on. And what Nate's trying to let everybody know is that he wants to put the knowledge in front of people, and he's not going to let any kind of foolery get in the middle of that.
Fuck shit.
Bring that to his house because he doesn't want it.
Diplomatic.
Solid trust.
Hey,
And when people start bringing that weird shit into the middle of it,
fuck shit. Go say it, Corbin. Well, fuck shit.
it isn't even that. I mean, it's just dumb emotion, and he's not trying to have that on his platform. And the best way to cure that is to just put it where it is, and that's nowhere. It's not here. It's not going to be part of Nate's stream. It's not going to be part of the community. He's going to have no part of it, and if he sees it, he's going to call it out or he's going to split.
Thanks.
We need more people to be able to stand in their boots like that.
Yes, sir.
And that's as powerful a message to people, and I've said this before, even if I was out somewhere and my wife did something that I thought was completely out of line, me as being the head of my household, I have to defend that.
Yes,
Whether
sir.
I agree with it or not, I have to defend my wife because that's my prize.
Yes, sir.
And it doesn't mean that I stop and blow up at her in the middle of the situation because I think she's wrong. The time and place is wrong for that. The time and place for that is for us to have a conversation one-on-one and for her to understand my perspective. But if we're out in public and something happens, and I have to support her, period.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I wanted to ask Nate the Great. That doesn't, what's transpired in the last couple of days. Nate, you're not going to stop like doing what you do, are you? You're not going to stop like bringing me and content creators like me to other platforms like you're doing. Because, man, you introduced me to Sheena. You introduced me to Mayhem. I mean, you've introduced me to so many people, man. And I'm so grateful to you, man, and thankful.
Look at my
I don't
face
want you
again.
to stop messing with us, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Look at my face again.
Every time he says, "Look at my face," I want to laugh.
Somebody, you about to make him go out there. You about to make him go out there and beat up some raccoons, man. Leave Nate alone.
No, I don't beat him up. I
Hey,
just kick him.
Nate, that is the funniest thing in the world. Look at my face. Look at my face.
Nah, because it's the same look I got on my face right now. If I was to put the camera on, there's no difference right now.
I
Only
believe it.
difference
I
is
believe it. I watch your shorts. I support you. So I'm with you, man, every day. So it's crazy.
no, it's not that. It's not even just about what's going on here. Don't try to drag me into something from
Facts.
on here to behind the scenes to back on the internet, and then you going around spreading false gossip. You don't do that. I thought you were supposed to be the elder.
Hey, is there any way? Let me ask you a question for the future. Is there any way that people like Scorpio Lady, you know what I'm saying, can come back?
If you,
In the future, I mean, in the future, when we got, I'm thinking. Now, let me preface what I'm asking you. Like, when we got 1 million subscribers apiece, I mean, can Scorpio Lady come back? You know what I'm saying?
You would come back after that?
I'm not worried about.
That's a good. That was the. Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go.
I'm not worried about sub count, none of that other shit. I don't care
Well,
about
I
that.
mean, you know, with all due respect, I'm only.
Wait, hold up, Kyle. I wouldn't care if I had 1 billion. Once you burn a bridge with me, nigga, that's done.
I guess I'm saying this. I'm saying this, Nate. In context, I'm only talking about like for the replay supporters that watch this show. You know, 100 years from now, I'm just like, man, can somebody that was supporting and made you upset, can they come back? Is that what I'm trying to say? Can they come back?
What did you support?
Okay, got you.
Oh, I'll wait.
Got you. Got you.
Hey,
I want this to be for future reference. No, because I'm standing for myself right now.
Facts.
Other than that, just like I said prior, I don't attack people. But when you lie, you slander, and you go in different people's platforms on their chats trying to lie and cause confusion, that's where I have the problem at, and that's where I burn you down, because I have receipts that says otherwise. And until you apologize to the people you need to apologize, it's not just me. I'm not just riding on this one for myself. There's a few people involved. I don't play that shit with nobody. That'd have been like you playing with my peoples in real time. Somebody will bust your head open. And I'm sorry to sound like that. But this is what's going to show you. When it comes to people like me, I got too much love and respect. So think about that shit before you go off the deep end.
Right.
Don't push me because I was already close to the edge. I don't give a damn.
Let me just put some attention on this real quick. I apologize, Ryder. But Ryder got a petition in the chat, a petition. If y'all can take the time out and sign it, like I said, it's free to support. But go ahead.
No, you good, bro. No, I'm just saying, bro, because I'm not no stubborn bull, no none of that. But again, when you burn a bridge, I take that personally. So therefore, you got one strike in my book. That's it. Once I feel you did something that's too once you did something that below border, no. There's no coming back from that. You might as well stay where you at.
Well, this goes back to the conversation that we had earlier. Making a mistake is one thing, but to make several mistakes knowingly is not a mistake.
Yes, sir.
You know, I think that's where Nate is at with this. You know, one out of line situation was one thing, but when it perpetuated into multiple people and multiple different channels, it became completely something different.
Houston, we have a problem. I got you.
Nate, at that point,
Nate, boy, I'm telling you, Nate, boy, you made me think like, man, whoa, I don't want nobody to piss off Nate the Great ever, because I don't like that Nate. You know, if that makes sense. You know, like we love Nate. Everybody loves Nate the Great podcast, but man, don't do that.
And I explain myself again. I don't attack women. I don't go at women like that on any day. But when you present yourself like a child and you present yourself like a snake, than I do as according. I don't care. And it doesn't matter about your creed and none of that shit at the end of the day. If you violate any principle law around me, nigga, you done for. That's it. I don't care. You kick rocks with all that shit. Smoke rocks and go on about your business.
Yes, sir.
I can't have respect for somebody that didn't have respect for me, period.
And not just that, but it takes away from what you're trying to do anyway. It's an interruption into where you're at.
Kaylani dropped off. Hey, can you do me a favor before we jump off? Can you put Mike's link in the chat for me, Craig?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yo, it's Mike. What's up? I didn't even know Kalani dropped off, but yeah, he he got you Orton back up. But to digress off of that, I think, like I said, I think as far as communicating, we just gotta. As far as communicating, we just gotta. I think if we start with that respect, because I think just having respect that covers a lot of different things, like you said, as far as the communicating part, we have patience to communicate with one another. If we display respect, we have understanding. So I think respect is big on building that. No problem, Mike. I appreciate you coming through, bro. I think respect is huge. Kalani coming back. Where's my damn thing? But I think respect is a huge part that can cover a vast area of communicating with coming together with one another, the old and the young.
Right. I had never seen you, Nate. You know, I had never seen you, Nate, go through like anything really, and I had never seen you, Word, go through anything. And Corbin, you just cool. You know what I'm saying? You just not helping it with, in my opinion, you're just not helping with the Discord. You're telling everybody to get a Discord, but I just need your help. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what the hell am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? Because I love Discord, but I just don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
It will be live and active when I get into my own zone.
Gotcha.
So it'll be something that I'll be on all day, every day.
I love Discord because of your ass. I love Discord. I just don't know what to do.
But you know what?
I've got that channel, that server on the Discord. I have that one, and I have my own personal server, and I'm on about 26 other servers as well.
Okay.
Gotcha. So when you look at our server, you don't see much there. When you look, I'll show you when I get home.
You know, Corbin, mine too. You know, I don't have much on there, but I do like the fact that you got me in it. You made me download the thing. You made me get on it. You made me connect it. You know, all these things that you made me do. But I'm just like, I ain't gonna lie. I done connected it with my different social networking sites. I've done everything that you instructed us to do. I just, man, my goodness, I don't know how to use Discord, and that's the honest, the truth.
Well, and that's why I want the moderators to kind of, when I get in my own zone and I can spend some time, the moderators really need to understand it, to focus on it. So as we get more of the community involved with it, that we can help shepherd people in the right direction and how to use the tools that are at hand to help them and help the community at the same time. I mean, it's a growth tool is what it is.
It really is. It really is.
You know, one of the things that I like about it is that it's a steady growth of people because it's interaction.
Right.
It's one-on-one with the creators that you're close to.
It really is.
And it's one of the reasons why this situation with Nate is so important, is that he's got a message that he's trying to deliver, and distractions kill that message.
Fact.
So no, don't bring that to Nate's house. He's just not going to tolerate it, period.
Hey, but Kalani, I want to say this too. I think the interaction with me and Pops, I think people can learn from that too. You
Me
know,
too. I
I
like.
think
You're right. You're absolutely correct.
because like I said, even we just had a misunderstanding, but we didn't take it to the point where like I mean, you got two examples, what happened between Nate and what happened with, me and Pops. You got two examples how things can go, and you can leave the opportunity to resolve it, or you can keep it going, and you end up where they at. Like I said, me and Pop's still good in my eyes. You
Oh
said,
yeah, you are. We chopped it up afterwards, and I'm just glad to know that you and Pops are good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
From
I'm good with Pops.
both sides of the conversation, like, word, you good, and Nate, you're my guy, and I just had never seen you out your body, and that's why, wow, you know what I'm saying?
But see, that's what happens when.
I'll be in the bushes, you know.
But see, that's what happens when things when you don't walk away. Just my opinion, because like I said, I seen Nate in my chat. I seen her in my chat. Nate walked away and left it alone, and then it continued the next day in other people's chat. So instead of resolving it or giving time to let emotions come down and then have a conversation about it, it kept going. So eventually, I mean, think about it. When you got a forest fire, what you got to do? You got to burn the stuff that is going to catch on fire to and get rid of it to stop the fire. And
Yes,
so
sir.
he had to burn the fire.
Yes, sir. Man, boy, did he burn that thing.
He
And
put
boy,
the damn sun on her back, bro.
did he burn that thing. Hey, man. Hey, Nate. Hey, you got to speak on that, man. But Nate, hey, bro. Nate, hey, you in Southside, boy, you went out your body.
No, see, it's not about going out my body. See, again, if this was the old me and I didn't give a fuck, she would have got far worse of a last one than what she got last night. Last night was a somber burial, because at the end of the day, that could happen to anybody if you really think you have that time and that energy to try to put me in the midst of bullshit. I don't care what the fuck it is. They're not doing it.
Yes, sir.
And I don't choose sides again. I don't choose sides. If I had to choose sides, I walk away from everything and I keep it pushing. Because I don't give a fuck. I don't have time for that shit.
Real in the house. What up, bro?
Maybe people didn't get the message. Don't get it twisted. Don't think just because I got a cool, smooth soul that I'm not a fucking demon. That shit can happen. And I don't choose not to go down that route because there's no need to go down that route. For what?
Hey, for the people in the back, let me go ahead and repeat that for the people in the back. If you don't think that Nate the Great has a demon,
Kalani, you about to have Nate holding people over the damn rooftop by their ankle and leave them alone. And that's Suge Nate, bro. We on stimulus records. You ain't know? Nate out here giving out stimulus packages, bro. You just said you got a high 30 from him. He out here giving out stimulus packages, bro.
That's the name for my dude, Suge Nate.
Hey, Nate ain't out here playing, bro.
Like I said last night, and the only female I know that might be in the chat right now can vouch for that. Like I said, I don't have no disrespect for no women, right? But when you violate, I violate. That's it.
And that's the thing too. That's what that right there. You can't throw rocks and hide your hand and expect people to take up for you when you know you're wrong. And I think that was one of the problems. You do wrong and then you want somebody to pick a side. Like why are you like? I don't know, man. That junk was crazy. And that's why I say people, like, if people get conflict, let them resolve it. Don't pick a side, because when you do pick a side, people will remember whose side you picked if they resolve it or if they don't. So I mean, I don't believe. I mean, if two men got an issue, now it's times and situations where other people have to get involved. I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about when two people just got that's their problem. You know,
Well,
if you
well,
can't help it, you only gonna hurt it. That's what I'm telling you.
well said. Well said. Because you're absolutely correct. I mean, I don't want to. My name is. Hey, well said. Because my thing is my name's Bennett, and I ain't in it. So I got you.
Yeah, you got to do that. I mean, and then that's two people. Like I said, a lot of time, like think about this: if people would have started taking sides with me and Pop, me and Pop resolve it, I'm gonna look at it like, damn, you ain't had nothing to do with it. So why you even, you know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't even got in there. You ain't had nothing to do with it. If we resolve it, man, I'm cool, but now me and you got beef. So I mean, that's how it works, man. And I don't see how people don't see it. If people got issues, let them handle that. Adults are adults, and if people don't want to be adults, oh well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But like all that picking sides stuff, I be looking like, first of all, where I'm from, this ain't a problem.
Right.
Like I said, man, like I said, I felt, portions of his dialogue was, disrespectful to me. But look, I'm a grown ass man. Those are my feelings that I have to deal with. So either I let it go or I harp on it. So I figure if I harp on it, how's it gonna benefit me? It don't. Let it go. Move on. Like that shit ain't hard, bro. Motherfuckers be talking about they grown and getting twisted off of. Nah, man. It's just. But then when you got stuff that continuously, then you got to address it. Like
No,
I
you
don't
said
have that issue.
while I was in the bushes, you said in the chat, you said, no disrespect, I want to have an intellectual conversation, and you took it out of context. So
Yeah,
we
because
talked about that today, and I totally understand. And there's no issue. There really is no issue. I
no,
just
me and Pop's cool. Like I said, I ain't got no problem with Pop. Pop's Pops, man.
y'all cool. Y'all cool.
Yeah, Pop's cool, man. And like I said, I have, I got older people in my family, so and that's what I was saying, like the lingo too, because when I was saying the energy, that's how I speak. I talk in frequency and energy terms. So I'm just saying, like, this ain't, we can't. I understand that we ain't bothering right now. Like we're not on the same. We not understand. That's all I was saying. Is like our energy ain't matching, meaning that we having a misunderstanding. And like I said, it's the lingo. That's just how I talk, and I can see how that could have been misinterpreted. So I let it go. It ain't no big deal. And then, like I said, that's I don't create problems. I solve them. So it's like once I can't solve it, then oh well, I'm gone. Um, but that's why I said people can learn from that because you don't always have to jump out the window. You know what I'm saying? You can just let it go sometimes and then go back and revisit it, especially if it's someone you're trying to build with. Like Pop is different too because Pop's a content creator and I like building with Pops. So why throw that out? Why throw that whole relationship out the window for misunderstanding? And people do that a lot. People do that a lot.
KB and Mr. would do that same thing. So I totally understand where you're coming from. Like, I wish that all the content creators could see it the way that you and Pops are handling this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we live by example. That's what we got to do in life in general.
2 years ago, if KB and Mr. Skinny had handled the situation the way that you and Pops are doing, we'd be in a different position right now as content creators and subscribers and supporters.
You see that? But see when you have an idea of what you want, you understand it'll be obstacles in a way. So when they come, you won't be surprised. You won't derail from the path you take, and you'll understand like this is just an obstacle. I just gotta overcome.
Right.
And when you don't have that goal and things happen, like I said, people would be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go this way now. And I think that's what happened with them. They wasn't on one accord in the first place, honestly.
I really believe that they were on one accord, and it was the same. With all due respect, it was the same situation that we're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like with Nate, he just was not having it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was KB and Mr. Skinny. You know, 2 years ago in the pandemic, he just wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what my uncle used to tell me. You could be on the same chord, but sometimes you're on a different guitar. And
Right, right.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like if they had a clear vision of what they wanted from one another, that wouldn't happen. That's all I'm saying.
Right. No.
You know, they
Well,
probably had different expectations in one another, and when they
well,
didn't fit those expectations, you know, you move on. And I think that's what happened with them. They didn't fit each other's expectations, so they moved on.
right, right. Well said. Well said. Hey, but Nate, I'm telling you, it's not a lot of things that make me do a show, but boy, I'm telling you, Nate, you man, I was like, please, Nate, please. I'm damn near like, please, Nate,
I
don't
gotta go
change,
see that show now. I want to see that.
don't
I
change
ain't seen
it.
that.
I hope you don't think that everybody that messes with you is snakes.
No, he
Nate,
don't
No,
think like that. Man, you don't see
no.
how I fucking proud at Nate all day. Nate don't think that. Nate been around the block a couple times. He sees stuff for what it is.
the sneak like things that I'm learning for the last year, like sneak dissing, underhanded, behind the scenes type stuff. I was like, man, what the hell? But I feel you, Nate. You was like, oh no, this ain't gonna happen here. I mean, you really put everybody on notice. Like this ain't gonna happen here. I love it. I love it. It's not gonna happen on my big channel. It's not gonna happen on my little channel. You don't care, big Nate. You don't give a damn.
No, you're not gonna go nowhere in life talking shit or lying on my name and think I'm not gonna address that or burn your fucking shit down. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Quickly.
Hey, Kalani, you know, at the beginning of the show, I was given a soft understanding of this, and you brought out the hardcore. You brought out the hardcore version, because I don't generally say anyone's name. I'd like to talk about behavior, but
Right.
it was cool. Because like I said, it's a teachable moment, and
Title.
it's a
Are
teachable moment in his own subject.
you mean? Hey, y'all seen it? All three of you guys, y'all seen my title? I was like, are you being smooth with your moves?
Right.
And it was you, Nate. You know what I'm saying? It was you, the word. It was you, Nate, and Corbin. I hadn't seen you for a minute, so I was, it is what it is. My question for you is about, damn, how do we go on these other places like blah 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 and Truth Social and Parlor and all of this stuff? Like, you're helping me with that, Corbin. Like for real. Like you're helping me, expand my brand. But when I saw what was going on with my man Nate, and then I seen you and Pop, I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on with our camp?
Hey, let me ask the question: is that an alias, Craig?
I don't know.
Because I'm like, okay, he might be Corbin on blah blah blah. So.
Nope. I learned a long time ago. You can call me anything but late for dinner.
Okay, gotcha.
As I was like, I had to ask because I'm like, I don't know. It could be an alias. I got like 15 different names, bro. So you'll hear different people call me different things when my people start coming on here. Everybody will have a different name for me, bro. Everybody know a different version of me. But
And to be honest with you, Kalani, there are so many different social media platforms. The one thing I like about Discord is that you can bring all your content
Right.
and you can put it right on Discord, and the people that follow that content can pop off on that, and the people that aren't into that don't have to interact with it at all.
Facts, because the people that are on Twitter and that are on Instagram and all of that stuff on Discord, I hope that you teach us more about it because you're the one person that is really doing it. So it's
We're
like,
gonna do the classes on it. Like I said, when I get home and I can get set up in my office to get things laid out where I can put the pieces together.
right,
And I can do this stuff either on live streams or in videos.
right,
And we can teach the people that are in the Discord server right now
right.
how to use Discord.
And it's so funny. It's so funny because I wanted to hashtag a different subject, because I'm following you and I'm doing my own thing, but everything is under general right now. Everything's under general. But I wanted to create different hashtags on Discord to accentuate the topics. And I'm learning that slowly but surely like a snail. But man, I appreciate you like encouraging me. Like you encouraged me to get a Discord.
Yep. Each one of those hashtags is actually a channel.
Right, exactly. Go ahead. Could you speak on that a little bit?
Hold on one second. Let me ask
what
the
I
chat.
did
Hold on one second.
So many different
Hold on one second. Let me ask the chat a question.
I created channels for discussion.
Great. Hold on one second, bro. Let me ask the chat a question. Hey, chat. Like Champ Side would say, drop a 1 in the link if you think secretly they getting paid to plug Discord and they ain't letting me in on the money.
Facts.
No, go ahead, bro. I just had to throw that in. I'm like, I'm gonna change the title to Discord. I'm gonna change the title to Discord. But no, go ahead. I'm picking with y'all, man.
No, and so the channels are a way to have a kind of a topic opener to start a conversation, and then for people to have the idea to go in there and run with it.
So do you think it's good? So it's good to like have the general. It's good to have the general, and then like to do a hashtag and create another part of your server. Is that what you're saying? Like have
it's a channel within the server. So the general channel is for just everyday common chit chat.
Right.
And then all the other channels are kind of topic related, if you will.
Got it. Because I think you put something in there. Civil. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overtalk you, my brother. But you put something in there today from civil something. I'm sorry. Am I correct? I mean, you put something in there today from civil Discord or something.
There's a video link in there from Doc Rich.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And what Doc Rich he did that video to announce that they're releasing the black book of people who had registered flights to what I'm going to call Pedophile Island.
Right. With the Jeffrey Epstein situation. Yes, sir.
Right. And Dr. Rich is one of those people that he creates content based upon truth. And part of his creation of content is to follow what the crowd says on the content that he produces. So if you watch the video, you'll hear him ask for comments in the video for people to leave comments on different sections of the video to get input from them. And that's the stuff that he researches and follows with. He's got an excellent line on all kinds of different topics, but he's very educated and he's very passionate about what he's doing. But a lot of his content is.
Thank you for that. I want to thank you for that because I really know those things. I want to thank you for that, and I want to thank you for like encouraging us, in this group, in this collective here. I want to thank you, man, for like get a Discord, go on Discord. Thank you so much, man, because I probably wouldn't have did it, if it wasn't for you and how you were pushing it. I probably wouldn't have never downloaded the thing and did it. I appreciate you I really do. Really do.
And I'll be pushing them more when I get back in my office. Like I said, right now things are kind of chaotic, but when I get back in my own zone, things will be a lot better and it's a lot more efficient. And the technical aspect of the way that I am on YouTube has not really been up to par with what I'm used to. But YouTube's powerful. And, I've connected with thousands of people.
Facts.
This whole platform and in all different genres of this platform.
Facts.
I'm heavy into mechanics. I'm heavy into home improvement. I'm heavy into collectibles. I'm heavy
Do it yourself. Yeah.
into
I don't mean to interrupt y'all, but just for the context of the video, I'm about to end it. But do y'all got anything
I'm sorry.
you got anything you want to add on the topic to lead the people with maybe a tool or gem that they can use in trying to build that bridge between elderly? From your own personal perspective, what works for you or something you noticed that didn't work?
just be you, because you can't cover up a lie after you've already put it out there.
Well said. Well said.
And the best way to lead is to follow. So, the content that's being created by the people around us are the tools that are there for people to use. So, and that's one of the things that makes it so hard when you have an interruption, is that it takes away from the value that you're trying to add. So, at the end of the day, all of us as content creators work hard to have that content or that brand. And when people disrespect that, it just makes it impossible to get that brand message out. Don't do it.
So,
if you're going to go into a live stream, be about the creator.
So right. You're so correct. You're so right.
You got anything to add, Kalani?
Well, no, he's so right about that. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Discord gives you an opportunity to give your truth. Like you can really give your truth on Discord. And I would suggest to any content creator, create a Discord account for their subscribers and supporters. It's just a great way to touch base with your people. And then if you take that, what I learned from him also is if you take the Discord and then connect it to like your Telegram, I'm big on Telegram because of Discord. I'm big on having connecting the Telegram and Discord together, because then people, your subscribers and supporters, they really, really have an opportunity to touch base with you. And it was because of this guy that I'm able to do that or see that. So thank you so much for getting me in the Discord, making me get my Telegram channel, and all the things that you've done since I met you. Appreciate you, bro. And thank you, Nate the Great, because you introduced me to this brother.
Nate, you got any closing remarks on how we build with the older generation?
I'm gonna just say it like I said earlier. If you would stop disregarding each other and start passing along the information and just say it a certain way, so basically nobody feels the type of way.
Right.
Once you do that, you can basically break all chains and bonds.
And that's what it's about, changing the way we think. And I'll just add this, let's start with respect, and I think that cover a big portion of, older generation. We got to respect the younger, and the younger we respect the older. I mean, I understand a lot of us came up differently, but times has changed, and to properly function, we have to evolve with the time. Or you're going to get left behind, and I think that's one of the problems. So I appreciate everybody rocking with me. My panel. I'm blessed that y'all came up to rock with me. People in the chat, the Ghost Watchers. I appreciate all y'all. Remember, care about how you feel. The conversations build the nation. We out.
Well, thanks for having us, Word.
Thank you.
Oh, for sure, bro. For sure. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Kalani, I hope you hit my link more. I hope you hit the link more often.
Stop playing in the Lonnie. Be out in the public because you got something to add.
Hey, thank you so much for both for what you guys do. Thank you.
For sure. Y'all take it easy, man.
Right now.